We're live, and it's only right that as we go live, Flav is doing up his zip after a pre-game. What was it?
We.
You're right.
Yeah, not too bad. I'm a bit poorly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a bit chesty. I'm a little bit chesty, but I'm all right. I need to get my glasses. I can't see bugger all. How are you doing, Joe?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. So the setup's pretty good here.
Yeah.
You take a second, and I'll explain to people what's going on. All right. So we've got the games going on here, brought to you by a certain channel, and we're going to be talking about all the things that are going to be happening, all the goals as they go in, the season as a whole as well, because there's only so much we can do in one go. So we're just going to have a chat. You guys can have a chat along with us. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube as well. And the other good thing... Sorry? The other good thing is the fact that he's got his own chair. He wants his own chair.
This is the talking balls chair, isn't it?
Nice.
Who else is going to see it?
True, very true. The other good thing is that the network are involved. So we've got fan channels, Bull Street, we've got fan channels all around the country. And they're going to be calling us from the games at half-time and at full-time. So if you're a Pajak fan, Chris Pajak from Redmond TV is going to be calling us. Let me just move that around so you can hear us both.
Yeah.
He's going to be calling us. We've got Louis at 100% Chelsea. We've got Nigel from the Man City podcast. We've got, what else we got? We've got Mems from Arsenal Fan TV. We've got loads. We've even got on standby Sam from United People's TV.
Sup?
So Sam will pop in at different times. He's just chilling out. He just wants to be a part of it, bless him.
Have you boys recovered from your day out at Millwall yesterday? Millwall Bradford.
Fucking Millwall. Sorry.
Mate,
shouldn't be swearing.
It's fine, I think. You lot nailed it. I didn't. I mean, I had very little interest in Millwall and Bradford, but I watched that film and I completely felt what both of them were going through.
Well,
incredible videos.
Go on, explain to them all that stuff. So, but we went to the playoffs, me and Craig, who you will never see.
Yeah.
If you're new to the channel, please subscribe because this is fun. And if you enjoy it, then we can do more. Let us know in the comments as well in the chat, which I'm trying to get on now, which I'm about to do. Craig, I guess we can get into Craig, but Craig is our right hand.
He is.
And our left hand.
Yeah.
I would say.
He's also the devil on the shoulder.
Yeah, exactly. And he did a very, very good job with this edit. Me and him went to Millwall versus Bradford yesterday. The aim was to kind of get across what the playoffs are like for people who don't know what that period of time is like, because it is a bit unique. It's different to an FA Cup because you've kind of had the slow burn of the journey.
And ultimately, it's about progression, isn't it? FA Cup is a standalone signifier of how good your team is and how well they can adapt to a cup situation, but for the playoffs, it means a step up in class. It means more money. It means better players. It means that able to look ahead. There was a moment when you were talking to the guy from the Bradford channel, and he said, well, what now? And he's like, we go again, which the stoic in you would say, fair enough. That's what it is each season. Roll on. But he'd much rather be saying, well, we can look to the Premier League.
Yeah.
And the fact is that League One's a long way from the Premier League.
What I thought was pretty amazing as well is that, and it showed that, from the comments that we got from that video, it shows the empathy that any football fan can feel on certain issues, because Millwall and Millwall fans aren't generally like that much.
No.
But you can't help but like Danny in that because he's charismatic as anything, but two, we've all been there where we just wanted something.
Yeah.
And he got it. Oh,
Not
live chat. I've got it. Right. I'm on the live chat of YouTube. So
I'm just staring at a blank
thing for now. We'll get you set up.
Why is that? Is there a password on it?
Oh, it takes time. But hang on.
Alright, Jesus.
Right. So get your questions in for me and Flav and Sam and Craig in these comments. What are your thoughts on the season so far? It's the final day. It's the Bull Street final day. So have your final say. See what I did there?
Nice.
With the hashtag on Twitter at Bull Street, using the hashtag Bull Street Final Say, and get your questions in for the fan channels that we're going to be talking to during the show. Do you understand?
I understand completely.
Good. Right, let's see what we got here.
How do you feel that this is going to go? It's a bog standard Liverpool win against Borough who can't score goals. Borough scored 27 goals. 27 goals this season. Harry Kane has scored 26 in less games.
In nine less games?
Yeah.
Right, we're kicking off. Here we go.
You watched the old... you listened to the Radio 5?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
It was good.
Thank God. Right, Liverpool kicking off. And do you know what? Kick off straight away. What do people feel about the fact that Liverpool wearing their new home kit? I don't like this. You buy a kit. You can't even buy a kit for the whole season now because you go to the last game and it's your last chance to wear it, and it's out of date.
Stop buying kits.
Well, that's not the point. You want to show your colours off sometimes.
Yeah, well, you can buy any kit forever in the past. You don't have to buy the latest kit. They know what they're doing. They got you by the balls.
True.
Liverpool got a nice little shot off from Firmino there. Yeah, you just don't worry about it.
Oh, Man City. Oh, Man City could score straight up. And
cleared off the line.
About to be cleared off the line. Cleared off the line.
Yeah, so, I mean, but it's going to be a bog standard, isn't it? Win for Liverpool, which will dump Arsenal out of Europa League.
I was saying this to Sam. Yeah. We need to dream this Champions League playoff into reality. Because everything, Watford, they couldn't care less. No. Middlesbrough, they're feeling sorry for themselves. Everton, surely they don't want their rivals to get Champions League football. Yeah. So they're all going to allow each other to win, right? Right. So it's down to us, Flav. It's down to me and you.
I mean, it's not going to happen. Let's just forget about it. But it's
Sunderland players form a guard of honour as John Terry leads the Chelsea players out to huge applause. Craig, what do you think of that?
He's busy crying.
Is Craig there? It's hidden. There you go. Speak. You can speak. You're not seen.
Are you watching it on that massive computer you got there?
Just shh.
All right.
All right. He's busy.
Busy. Very, very busy.
What do you think about that guard of honour? Has he merited that from the Sunderland players?
I mean,
there's a goal. 10th versus 11. This could change everything. Bournemouth with the away goal against Leicester. You've been quite good at home. Let's see the scores.
Oh, but Leicester have been good at home, have they? Not watch football on Friday night, no. Yeah. Thursday night.
Apart from that, Stanislas.
He's
I like.
He's got a goal he scored the other day. He just sort of stroked the ball into the bottom corner. Very, very Greaves-esque.
They've got a lot of players, Bournemouth, that you can like.
Yeah.
And they're not really a threat, are they? So that's the other reason why people like them.
At all.
It's a bit like QPR in our heyday.
Yeah.
People quite liked us because we were just sort of pottering about in mid-table and playing decent football at times.
Are you happy as a QPR being inoffensive and liked? The best thing about this season is everybody hates Tottenham again. It's the best thing. They willed us into failure.
I was saying this on Great Touch for a Big Lad, which is a podcast I do each week, which you can subscribe to on iTunes. You've just got this thing about Chelsea are hated, right? Are the most hated. And I said I don't get this because I don't really feel that. But then they both went, oh yeah. They were like, oh yeah, everyone hates Spurs. Let us know. Yeah. Do you hate Spurs genuinely, and not just to sort of troll it up?
We are the third most hated, according to the Even Standard poll. Third most hated club in London, which makes sense.
The third most? Oh, in London.
Yeah, Arsenal and Chelsea.
Is anyone?
It's about success. People don't want to see other people enjoying themselves or getting on or having a happy life. Generally, as human beings, you revel in the misery of others. So, that extends to football.
Right, let's do some comments. CJ McFluffballs, James Flav, your ultimate tasty sandwich. You need 3 bits for a sandwich.
What does that mean?
Sam, we'll see you in a minute. Alan Griffin, I might buy the new one because anniversary kit. So he's talking about a Liverpool kit.
They've got you by the balls, mate. What's his name?
Alan Griffin.
Alan Griffin, mate, they've got you by the balls. There's no need for you to buy any football kits, especially if you're over 5 years old. No, I'll give you
Shut up.
Over 9.
This is nonsense. I bought the kit this year because it was a nice kit and I liked it. What I don't appreciate is
what did you do with
it's the last game of the season and not wearing the bloody kit.
James, what did you do with your kit?
What do I do with my kit?
Yeah.
What now?
Yeah.
I don't know. I honestly haven't bought one for like 10 years. So
the one you bought this year, did you wear it?
You wear it around?
Yeah. You wear it out? Do you wear it on a night out?
Not really out.
Oh,
goal! We got a goal! Man City. Vincent Kompany is a goal scoring machine.
Mate, I've got to love him. You got to love him. He's not only a supreme centre back who's struggled with injury, because that's the kind of centre backs you like. They're amazing footballers, but they struggle with injury. So they're not, again, it's like
they're the best ones.
They are the best ones, like Ledley King as well.
Yeah.
But if he hadn't, he would have been one of the best centre backs in the world.
Do you know what? When you see this goal, right? Textbook, right? Don't do a short corner. Just put it on the penalty spot and let Vincent Kompany with his little bubble head bubble it up. Massive bubble head. Bubble it up.
Why is Sam over there and not over here? What's he doing?
That's a goal.
Pushing the game.
What one?
Illegally.
Just at least let them know that you're here. Come say hello.
But watching what game?
United.
Why? You've got literally nothing to play for.
That's
It's more interesting.
It's the most exciting I've been for United game. How are we doing, everybody?
Get your questions in for Sam.
Yeah, get questions in for Sam.
Yeah,
Don't
absolutely
be
no
horrible.
questions are going to come in.
Yes, they will.
Alright, here's one. Steve Watson, would Flav rather have Sigurdsson or Barkley at Spurs?
Oh, that's a great shout. I would rather have...
Someone on the bullshit couch just said, fact, did you know Flav and James cut each other's hair together? That is a vicious rumour. Can you just
True, though.
Pretty sure it's true. I've seen you do it actually in the bathroom twice.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sigurdsson or Barkley?
It's hard to get. I'd probably take Barkley because younger. We haven't already been there. And
You didn't really do
Come on,
that.
it's not an X.
it feels like that. It's like going back. It's like there was a date when there was a time when we'd go back to ex-players to save us all the time. I don't know what Sigurdsson
Chelsea
does.
losing, by the way.
Ericsson doesn't.
Chelsea are losing! Oh my god!
Can we clarify this?
That is brilliant.
Please be. Is that John Terry own goal? Come on.
Oh my god.
The gods,
that would be
please
unbelievable.
give it to us.
We do a podcast on a Friday, Fan League podcast, and I said upset Sunderland versus Chelsea.
Did you?
Yeah.
You went for it. 4 minutes in, they've grabbed a goal there. Who scored it? Tell us if you know.
But there's no impetus. There's absolutely no impetus for Chelsea to go and win this game. And football, no matter what level you play at, and they probably will go on to win 6 or 7-1. But you need drive. You need drive to win a football game in the Premier League. And maybe they just thought they're going to walk this in.
Manquillo.
Which means butter in Spanish. Or mantequilla.
See, there you go.
Random
That's
fact
sort
of the
of
day.
gold you get.
What? It doesn't?
It does.
What does it mean then?
I don't know what it means.
What's butter then in Spanish?
You just did.
What's butter then in Spanish, Craig?
Is that just a shot in the dark?
No, what is it?
It's not that. It's
What is it then? Mantequilla.
Mantequilla or something.
Right, well, there you go.
Close
More or
enough.
less.
Arsenal have scored, apparently.
Apparently.
We can't see it because we haven't got those games. We've got Man City and we've got Liverpool. Bellerin.
He went off the boil.
There is a video with us and Bellerin if you want to check it out.
Fan favourite?
Sam,
What?
Ebbsfleet Fan TV says Man United next signing summer. Doesn't make sense, does it? Who do you want to sign in the summer? I think that's what that means.
I mean, shall I answer for it?
Go on then, Flav.
Griezmann.
No, I wouldn't mind
I
Griezmann.
like Griezmann.
What does he need?
I want Griezmann to sign for Man United, and I want us to win the league with Griezmann.
Well, you asked me the question, but Flav answered for me.
Yeah, no need for that.
That's right, I'm not going to answer it now. It's answered.
I'm not feeling well.
Oh, so what, you get giddy when you get on well?
Go on, it's Griezmann, obviously.
Who wouldn't want Griezmann?
I
You
know.
take him in a heartbeat.
Yeah, of course I would.
So we just need some Middlesbrough goals now. We can dream that playoff into reality.
What about is Rashford the man, the lead line?
Oh, he's the fucking bollocks.
Huh?
He's the bollocks. Sorry,
Oh, yeah.
I can't really
He
swear.
is the
One of your more experienced players.
You love him. I love him. Everyone in
I
England
like
will
him.
grow to
He
love
is
him. I do fear that England are going to ruin him. United won't.
Why are
It's just the
England
England
gonna
fans.
ruin?
It's England fans.
Put the
Young
expectations.
prospects that come through. Typically,
Who else have they ruined?
Rooney.
I
They
kind
tried
of-
to.
England's greatest
Beckham. They tried
goal scorer.
to. They tried to ruin Rooney. They tried to ruin Beckham.
Rooney was never ruined at any point in his career.
No, he looks pretty ruined now.
You hate him so much.
No, I don't hate him. It's a strong agenda word.
What
that
were we
one.
gonna-
I
we
just
were gonna
dislike him quite a bit.
We were going to talk about this, weren't we? What was
No,
the question?
we're talking about it.
Wayne
earlier,
Rooney.
actually.
Is Wayne Rooney playing? Is he?
Yeah, he's starting.
Is Wayne Rooney
El
playing his
Capitan.
last game for Man United, or as Craig likes to create in terms of rumours, his last game ever?
Ever period. What are the other game? What are the other
Madness.
scores down here?
What would you be delighted? What would be the emotion in one word?
Relieved.
Relieved. That's so sad. That's so sad.
No, what's sad is watching Rooney's decline and him. It's like mentally he still wants to be that 18-year-old running around, but his body can't do it anymore.
Do you think if Roma fans had treated Totti the way that Man United fans treat Rooney, that he would never have reached 25 years?
You really comparing Rooney to Totti?
I am.
Comparing to Giggs and Scholes, and then we can talk.
No, because they're not. That's not what I said. Just treat your heroes better is all I can say. Because
Heroes.
one
He's
day
not
you
my
won't
hero,
have-
he's never
one
been
day
my
you won't
hero.
have any heroes, Sam.
What do other Man United fans say?
It's kind of polarising, really. A lot have forgiven for the fact that he tried to join City in 2010, but I haven't, and that's quite simple, really.
Talk us through their team today, then, as well.
United's team is the youngest ever starting 11 we put out in the Premier League. 4 debutants.
That's all well and good as long as you win.
It doesn't matter.
Anyone can put
Chelsea have scored. But what's it? Yeah.
Anyone can.
Who's that? Borgas de Silva.
It's Willian.
Oh, that's a bit confusing. Why don't you just put Willian there then?
Being respectful, aren't they?
Good point.
Right. Anyway, back United. Yeah. This game doesn't matter. All it is just a exhibition game ahead of Europa League on Wednesday. Our entire team's been rested.
How are you feeling about that?
Nervous.
Massive, really,
I've been watching quite a lot of Ajax in the last week. They look really good.
Nah, they don't.
They
I watched
do.
them against Lyon. They should have got absolutely pumped.
Yeah, they look like they can't defend, but they can score plenty.
Are Liverpool panicking a little bit here? Would you panic a little bit? It doesn't matter, does it? A
to.
draw's enough.
Nah, they won't. Will
I
they?
thought they had to match Arsenal's result.
No, they just have.
I just need to
No,
not
I
lose.
think they need a point.
They need a
You
point.
should probably know that.
Wow. Yeah. The only game that matters at all. Hang on, we can clear this up very quickly.
Oasis or Blur, Flav? Says Sean Luke on Facebook. So if
Oasis.
you have to leave the arena of YouTube or Twitter, head over to Facebook where you can
Or watch all
continue
three.
to watch the streams.
Oasis. all day.
Oasis.
I like Blur, but
Blur had their songs, but
I prefer
Oasis.
Blur.
you just doing
Oasis
that.
always also had their songs. So yeah, but I would say Oasis out of the two much better. Much better.
I'll tell you what, I'll do a quick poll on the comments. Which one are you going for?
If Arsenal
Blur
win,
or Oasis?
Liverpool will have to match Arsenal's result. They're a point ahead.
Wow.
So Liverpool do have to win this if Arsenal win.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it earlier. Like, I don't really care who doesn't get in or does get in.
Oh, I care.
Because
I care big time.
no, it'll be enjoyable either way though.
Spurs scored.
Have we?
Have you?
Is it Harry Kane?
He always celebrates like that.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
After Leicester,
Have you only scored one?
in the middle. After the Leicester game,
Yeah, cool.
Who else? The man, Harry Kane.
mate.
Guy's a joke.
It is a joke. Did you watch the game against Leicester, mate? Actually, why haven't I got this on? I can.
What?
You can watch this as well, can't I? I can set it up
And
somewhere.
watch what? Oh, yeah.
No, he is.
Yeah, Harry Kane.
How many is he on now?
That would be 27 league goals.
And he missed 9 games at the start of the year.
He's missed 13 weeks of this season.
And he's got
It's
20.
mad.
20. Oh my god.
That's-
He's got 27 goals. So he's equalled Middlesbrough now.
He's got as many goals as Middlesbrough in 9 games less.
That's
City looking
so bad.
dangerous here.
Oh, Sane.
He's quality, isn't he?
He's had a great season.
Sonny-
Yeah, but what are your feelings about Harry Kane outside of Tottenham? I'm curious.
I think he's great, isn't he?
Yes.
He's very likeable.
Yeah.
He's not a threat to your missus, which is another reason to like him.
I mean, yeah, he's.
And do you know what? I always like footballers who aren't. Oof, what for the weird chance there? I always like players who aren't a problem. Do you know what I mean? He's a nice lad.
That's right up your street.
He seems like a nice lad who just wants to do well, and he's also not. He's not overly quick or overly big or overly.
He's
skillful.
powerful, and he's got 100% commitment all the time, and he needs to score. I think it's something like 20 goals a season until he's 35 to beat Shearer's record.
It's a massive.
Which just
gap.
shows you.
Never gonna do it.
Shows you why not?
Not is he?
Why not?
But he's got nearly.
Because shit gets in the way. Stuff gets in the way.
Yeah, he'd have to stay at top.
Owen was definitely going to be England's greatest ever goal scorer. Definitely. Rooney was gonna, he was gonna. Well, he has broken
did.
records, but he was gonna. No, but he was gonna smash it up forever. God, because he's so great and powerful. It's difficult to stay.
I didn't
to be
think,
that potent for that long.
I didn't think that Harry Kane would follow up last year and basically improve on it.
Is this true?
Um,
Oof, red card to Koscielny.
Is it?
Apparently, gonna have to go to.
Oh my shit! That's got to be it, innit? Later on.
Come on, you blue shite, says Nathan Myhill. That
He's
that is not
that-
my
Right, we're back in a
ideal.
minute anyway.
Yeah, you do your work. You go do your work. Let's talk about Arsenal now.
But I don't know.
Unbelievable. What?
What's he doing here?
Who, Sam? Just popping in when we need a.
Yeah.
We need an Arsenal perspective.
Koscielny sent
Keep
off.
talking to me. Keep talking to me.
Yeah, let us know.
Hey!
Go.
Man United.
Yeah.
Is that Josh Harrop?
You don't know who any of them are. They're all
I can't
13
see-
years
I
old.
can't see. Oh my days, it is.
Goal for Man United. Sam, shout it through us.
Josh Harrop, man, he scored a hat-trick against Spurs under 23s in midweek, got called up, made his debut and just scored a blinder.
Wow.
14 minutes into his debut.
Could he be the next Makeda?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the dream.
Or, I mean, hopefully not Wayne Rooney, because he'll have a nervous breakdown by the time he's 22, because they'll hate him for doing well.
So we've got Mems and we've got Ped's at the game. We've also got Baz who's watching it at home. Yeah. So we'll try and get them on the phone at some point. I wonder if we can get Baz on the phone now.
Yeah, Liverpool
in the box. Oh, and he started Sturridge again, which I think seems like the right call.
Yeah, he's great. So, I mean, this looks, at this stage, as Arsenal's Champions League hopes are in tatters.
I could hear your smirk.
A good feeling.
I could hear your smirk.
Where do you think this leaves Arsenal? Because Usmanov has just tried to buy the 30. What was it? How much does Usmanov has? 34%.
What are you talking about? Oh, Usmanov.
Yeah,
right.
Usmanov has 34. No, Usmanov has 67%.
Yeah, Kroenke.
No, Kroenke. Yeah, sorry, he wanted £1 billion for 60% of the company, more or less.
Yeah.
Which values Arsenal at something like 4 billion?
Really?
1.6 billion. But at this stage where it is now, they've got no Champions League football. They've got Sanchez, a player who's not going to want to stay and piss about in the depths of deepest Russia, playing games on a Thursday night.
Yeah, true. Do you think... So this is one thing I heard in that podcast. Ian Wright was talking about Usmanov, and he said this line of like, they need to... I'm a bit disappointed with Usmanov. I thought he'd come in with a serious offer.
Yeah.
It's $1 billion. That is in a moment is football.
Yeah.
And where it's gone now.
Well,
and,
it's also the value,
and inflation, generally.
The value of football clubs and the amount of money that can be made from...
2-0 to Spurs, by the way.
2-0 Spurs. Who's the goal? Kane again? Yeah, feel free to shout out the goals as they're coming.
It's nothing.
Did you put a 5 on a hat-trick for Kane today?
No.
You're a bad man.
The thing is, with Arsenal down to one goal, Lukaku's probably having a little look to the golden boot.
Kane's a joke. What is he doing? Stop scoring.
Kane will have only only 4 players that have scored. What's it called? Golden boot twice in a row, 2 seasons in a bounce.
Really?
Was it Henry, Van Persie, Shearer, and Owen are the only ones that have ever done it.
Twice.
That is among the best strikers we've ever seen in the Premier League.
And yet, still, people are a bit. Well, I think people are kind of letting it go now, but I'm sure. Pogba, Pogboom. Pogbunny.
Nice.
Pogbender season.
Why is Pogba
Because his dad died, so he missed the last 2 games.
But is he not going to play Wednesday?
He went over to France for his funeral, and Mourinho wants him to play.
Get some fitness.
Get some fitness, I guess. Yeah.
HD.
I tell you what, thumbs up or thumbs down in the comments, just quickly. Pogba, good season or bad season?
What do you think?
I think he's had an alright season.
So,
I just think
a good season.
Obviously, there's a price tag there, and so that raises what the expectation should be.
The expectation of Pogba was insanely high, and it was always going to be that way.
Sure, if we're being fair, should he have got more assists? Should the numbers at the end of the season? What are his assists, Sam? It's not that many. It's like 5 or something.
Yeah, but the amount of chances that United strikers have missed, it is beyond.
That's true. I think he had 55 chances created, which is
75 chances. 2 weeks ago, he had 75 chances in the Premier League, and 4 were converted.
Can they hear Sam when he's talking?
Yeah, should be able to hear.
Sam, who would you swap Pogba for in the Premier League? Midfield wise,
nobody. He is the best central midfielder in the Premier League.
Why'd you do this? Of course you would.
No, I wouldn't.
I would.
Who would you swap?
But you're being biased.
That's a great shout.
Let it go, Sam.
I'm not.
That's a great shout.
People, he's incredible, man. He really is incredible.
So,
Sam, in the years to come, he's going to grow and become the best midfielder in the world.
Maybe, but he's not the best.
Why would I switch him?
I just think you're.
Man City, what a save from Gomez! Oh, they're taking. Man City are going to win this by at least 3 or 4.
Yeah,
it's getting embarrassing already. They're a joke.
Matthew Wilson asks, who do you want to get promoted? Huddersfield or Reading?
Come on, the town!
Up the town!
Up the town!
Well, actually...
What?
Well, then I don't get an away thing with Matt. I don't get a bit of our time. He's going to be off. He's going to be off with the Premier League because you don't look back.
Well, hang on.
You don't look in the rear view mirror when you go up to the Premier League.
You want every Huddersfield Town fan to suffer a little bit, so you get a little bit of your own time with Matt.
And I take with that hand and I give it to the Reading fans who we should be the Hoops. I know that, and there's a Reading fan who'll say something different. And I don't know the history of it. The point is, it's my team, and I want them to be the Hoop team, right? And we are the R's as well. So yeah, actually, for that reason, Huddersfield.
I want to know if people listening are into the football gods, if they believe in the football gods and they pray to the football gods, because Matt is the master at playing down situations so that if such gods exist, that they will shine a light down on Huddersfield Town.
Sure. So people that don't know about Matt, new watchers.
Yeah. Matt Wilson. He is the one of the owners of Ball Street. Well, owner, just he runs it, and we're all in it together. The Ball Street Network, watching football, loving football, talking about football together.
We just love it
as a unit. Some of us love it more than others. James loves football more than anyone else I've met in my entire life.
Fine with that.
Liverpool.
That's a good thing.
But he's also a Huddersfield Town fan, and he's gone through one of the most exciting and difficult and stressful seasons any football fan could go through.
Has he?
Well,
that's absolute nonsense.
Other than being relegated. Look, he was on. Do you remember last year they were tipped to go down?
Mid-table.
They were tipped to go down at the start of the season, and then he gets like you said, but given a little bit of glory, and then it was snatched away by. Oh my God, that's a penalty and a sending off, isn't it?
Oh no!
Who?
Liverpool. Bamford should have. That looked like a red card.
Right, let's talk you through it.
Bamford,
Lovren with the challenge, it seems.
Bamford's gone through on goal. Lovren sort of climbs all over him in the box. It looked like a penalty. Should have been a red card the first time I seen it. That would have changed things massively.
Was that a penalty? Tell us. I haven't seen it back yet.
I
just saw him on the floor. And the ref going, no.
Liverpool have been all over him, but they've had a good spell in the last 5 minutes, Borough. That, to me, was a penalty and a sending off.
Haven't replayed it yet?
Not yet.
Man City are far and beyond better than... Second half, we might need
right,
to...
Here we go.
Oh, they're straight through there.
2-0, Man City. They're going to the Champions League. Aguero in my fantasy team.
Spurs on them if that doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, I don't know if we can find it.
Someone's asked if Sam can stop spamming the stream.
What does that mean? I don't understand.
I just get bullied permanently.
Stop spamming the stream.
Just keep asking him to send the stream out and make sure people are watching the stream.
I'm
and
not
then they're telling him off for straight spamming it.
I'm confused.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Right, here we go. Bamford. Right, he's through. He's looked for a bit of a touch, but
he's
could easily
he's all over him though.
Could have happily given that.
As a defender, why would you do that? You make it very easy for a ref to give that.
But what you do? He kind of dived in front of him. He ran across him and dived. That wasn't a penalty.
Oh my God.
It did look like it the first time.
Which is the only time a ref can see it.
Of course. Yeah, definitely. Aguero is the nuts still, isn't he?
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with him in the summer.
Can you make Spurs come on my telly?
Just clap twice.
Craig, can you make Spurs come on my telly?
Make them come on your telly.
Oh, Craig. Behave yourself.
Don't have to be like that for us.
So just to say again, the Bull Street Network are out and about around the grounds. They're going to be calling us in we're going to be calling them at half time, talking to them. So that's West Ham Fan TV, Redmen TV, Mems from Arsenal Fan TV.
Just to refresh that.
Louis from 100% Chelsea. We've got Man City fan in Nigel. We've got Vizé.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Oh,
Burnley
Vizé.
fan. Got loads. So get your questions in for them on Twitter by using the hashtag Bull Street Final Say. Do it now, and then we'll ask them those questions.
Ooh, right, okay, back in a sec. Bye.
Yeah, quit spamming. I don't know.
Going back to spamming.
Okay. There's so much going on. There's so much technology.
I know
It's
what
difficult.
to do. Yeah, there is a lot.
Let's read some of your questions.
Yeah, let's go some questions.
Is it? No, it's not.
Yeah. The referee didn't have great views. That was looking straight through the back of Lovren.
A few Southampton fans saying pure out.
Pure out.
Pure out.
That seems like a jump to me. Puel, isn't it? Puel out.
They want Southampton out. I mean, they want him out of the club.
Get Southampton out.
I think they're after. They like the look of the Silver. I think he did a great job at He's done a great job at Hull, but I think he'll do a great job at Southampton as well.
He's the Gary Rowett, isn't he? He's the new Gary Rowett.
But
is he that good? Is he really that good? I think everyone needs to calm
Burnley
down.
scored.
You in particular. Who?
Burnley.
Burnley.
1-0 up against West Ham.
Go on the Vizet!
Sam Vokes.
Vizet!
Sam Vokes. Burnley finishing the season well. Nikki from West Ham Fan TV's up there as well. So West Ham fans, get your questions in, and we'll ask them.
It's 3-0, isn't it?
3-0.
No, sorry.
No, it's the replay.
That's a schlep for West Ham fans as well, and good. And I hope they have a horrible journey, because the only bit of pain that I've really had in the second half of this season was West Ham beating us at the London Stadium on that Friday night.
They've only won one in, I think it's 1 in 5.
Yeah.
That one win was against you, which probably gives them a little bit more time. There's a lot of chat about Bilic.
Yeah.
And maybe going. I just think that feels like a. I swear this is the season where everyone's lost perspective.
But
Everyone's lost patience. They've just decided, as soon as you lose, you crap.
I think that it would have been fair for Bilic to be given this season as a bit of a bye, given the fact they're going into a new stadium and how difficult that can be. Bilic has done a good job. He's had to struggle with what's his face leaving? Payet leaving. He's struggled with the new stadium.
Sanchez,
2-0, despite going down to 10 men.
So Liverpool really need to switch this on. I'm not having it again. I can't have Arsenal sneaking in again on the final day of the season.
Can we try and get Baz on the phone? Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Sam Williams. Who's your favourite piggy footballer, Flav?
Higuain. Although I've got a soft spot for Charlie Adam. Those who don't know, the piggy footballers are people that physically look like they shouldn't be a top level footballer, but are very good at it. So we've got some Chris Brunt, Charlie Adam, Higuain.
Yeah, Andy Reid. Rooney, of course.
Rooney's top flight piggy footballer.
I mean, he's actually a piggy, isn't he?
David Unsworth, some of the older folk out there, he would be classed as piggy. But yeah, Higuain just because.
Cheers, one that Burnley, Bournemouth player, Fraser, little lad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like he's got.
Some people try and throw in Shaqiri as a piggy, but he's got too much technique, too much class. He's just short and stout, but
yeah, true.
There's nothing wrong with a piggy. You don't think it's a pejorative term. It's not. We're not digging people out that are overweight. It's just that Premier League football, you're known for your physique and physical attributes. Generally, that isn't bulk. It's more speed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Craig, I don't know if this is trolling, but there's a comment here saying that Terry has been carried off, but it's from a gentleman who I won't say his name. He loves a little troll.
In the 26th minute.
Oh.
Terry's gone off.
In the 26th minute.
What? How many minutes? So a couple of minutes ago.
That was their big surprise. You won't play in 26 minutes.
Oh, what?
That's his shirt number, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
They took him off in the 26th minute. Oh,
Craig.
Craig, you've got to speak about that.
Craig, just
instant reactions.
Oh, he's getting the guard of honour.
He's getting the guard of honour.
No.
Oh. What is going
on?
There's Craig here clapping.
Who's he getting a guard of honour from? That is woefully pathetic.
When it was Beckham's last game and he goes around and cries and hugs the players.
But do it at the end of the game.
Xabi Alonso had it yesterday.
You're drawing.
John Terry's 3 times the players they are.
Seriously. I mean, what?
Nah, man.
Weird football club, Chelsea. Very weird.
I found these, so let's use these. Thumbs up or thumbs down on a Terry 26-minute walkout?
I'm going to say thumbs up.
I'm going to say thumbs thumbs down. You can put emojis on these, right?
Yeah, you do it on Facebook Live.
Oh, on Facebook. Yeah, ups or downs on Facebook. Just trying to figure that out.
Hello, Baz. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm on, mate.
What's going on?
They've got the flip-flops on, mate. Let's go.
But you're down to 10 men.
You there?
Hello?
Can you hear me, Flav?
Yeah, I can hear you, mate.
No, you can't hear me.
Alright, we'll put you on the...
Call us normally instead of WhatsApp.
West Ham equalised.
I'll call you back, mate.
Who have?
West Ham. Feghouli.
Burnley this West Ham.
I'll do it.
Feghouli with the goal. Yeah, let's just...
Hello?
Hello, mate. That's better. The state of this.
It's just good. Yeah,
It needs to be on the Wi-Fi, doesn't it? Or not?
No, just call him normally. We're gonna have Baz from Toffee TV, so get your questions in.
I got no signal.
Have you not?
Sorry.
Should I call him?
No, I've got it here. Just carry on.
Man City. This you can see the frustration on the faces of the Liverpool players. They're having a little wobble.
Jesus is done. Hello, mate. Yeah, how you doing?
I'm alright, yeah, go on.
Right, so as it stands, Arsenal 2-0 up. They went down on 14 minutes to a red card from Koscielny, and then they score again.
We do, mate. It was Everton about it. Well, we've had the ball a little bit, but the second goal's just a shot from Sanchez. It's Jagielka, it's Welbeck, and he just pulls it back and Sanchez knocks it in. I think we thought he was offside, but he wasn't. He was onside, so
Right.
it's looking a little bit grim.
Well, yeah, it's starting to look a little bit grim because Arsenal 2-0 up. Liverpool are kind of struggling against Borough at home. Arguably should have had a man sent off after Bamford went down in the box. I can't cope with Arsenal getting into the Champions League again, Bal. All right?
Yeah, Baz, can you have a word with someone?
So I don't know what you can do from Liverpool from here, but something, anything.
Well, the way you feel about them getting in the Champions League is kind of the way I feel about Liverpool getting in the Champions League. So
That's
we're
it, isn't it?
snookered. One of us is snookered, mate.
We've got to meet in the middle somewhere here, Bal.
Yeah, so let's... United can't overcome the deficit, unfortunately, can they? So
No.
one of us is going to have to put up with it, mate.
All right.
So I've got a question for you, Baz. Gianni Rossini on YouTube. He says, where do Everton need to strengthen?
Quite a few places, mate. Certainly at the back and obviously in the attacking areas, mate. Most definitely. We need a centre-back.
Lukaku going to stay, do you think?
He's going to stay unless someone pays £90 million for him, and looking at him today, I wouldn't be paying £19 million for him so far, so there's an opportunity that he'll stay.
Have the last 6-7 games been frustrating? Because you've kind of been in this weird 7th place jail.
Yeah.
On escape.
Yeah, it's annoying because we'd closed the gap on the top 4 before we went to Anfield in the derby. We got ourselves back in it. Even after that, we were 1-0 up at United with 30 seconds to go. Had we won then, we would have been quite close to clinging on. And once we threw that away, it kind of chance had gone. We'd still have to win a lot of games, but the chance had kind of gone. And since then, it's been a bit weird. We switched off. West Ham away, we were poor. Chelsea at home, one of them things. Swansea away, we were poor. So yeah, it's been a little bit like, let's get the season done and dusted now. We're in Europe, let's get some players in.
What are your thoughts on Arsenal then today, from what you've seen so far?
They've done well. They've been up for it. They've attacked right. They could have scored inside the first 50 seconds. So Wenger's doing what Wenger does at this time of year and gets them playing. I don't know whether they need to put some sun beds or some heat into the Emirates, from November through to April, or pretend it's a blue sky or something, because this time of the year they're always mustard, aren't they?
Yeah.
Always.
I think it's got to be a psychological thing of being... They almost they force themselves to be underdogs and then just go for it. And then that kind of gets them out of the trouble that they're in. How do you think this whole thing's going to end up then? Do you think Liverpool get this goal? Have you been able to see any of the Liverpool game? Are you just concentrating on your one?
I'm not bothered about Liverpool, to be honest, mate, and I haven't looked at it. It wouldn't surprise me if they score a 94th minute deflection or something to get in, because that's kind of what they do.
I'll take that.
If they can't beat Middlesbrough, then they don't deserve. They shouldn't even be allowed in the Europa League. That's the way I look at it.
It's incredible if they can't win that game.
Baz, is Klopp the most irritating man in football?
No, he's not the most irritating, but he's up there. He's the German Martin O'Neill, isn't he?
Oh, mate, he is. He's so expressive.
I think he's got a good... Don't get me wrong, I think he's a good manager, but I don't... All the other stuff, the histrionics, just makes him look stupid. He doesn't need to do any of that.
No.
But, he is what he is, isn't he? But he's a good manager to go with it as well.
Very true.
All right, cheers, Baz.
Worries, man.
We'll call you back once Everton have scored their third, all right?
Yeah, no worries.
Cheers, mate.
Get on it. See you later.
Mate.
Ta-ra, mate.
Bye.
Cheers, Baz. Baz from Toffee TV there. Ped's at the game, so Ped's going to try and give us a call afterwards, so we can get his thoughts on it all. So anyone who's thinking no Ped, no party, don't worry.
Can I get my laptop?
You can get your laptop.
There's a beer.
Company's injured.
You're not bringing me?
He's cut himself shaving.
Give him half.
He's fine. Whew. Right. It's always difficult when you're on. So we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube. It's quite tricky to like which one do I look at? Like which one do I go with? Joe, I'm going to give Facebook a bit of love because I don't feel like I've given them enough love.
Who's your favourite piggy footballer in the Premier League?
Oh yeah. You didn't answer that, did you, Flo?
What was that?
Who is your favourite piggy footballer?
Yeah, I said Higuain.
Oh, Higuain in the Premier League.
Charlie Adam.
Fair enough. West Brom got a goal.
Silva.
Man City about to finish the game.
And that's that.
Scores. End of demo.
Aguero.
We really should get the Arsenal game on this one. I see what I'm gonna make the executive decision.
What? Who put Watford and Man City on there? Who thought that was a good idea?
Well, it was available.
Sky Sports. What else? Where's the? Let's have a look. I've got the questions now. I'm asking the questions. What? Oh, it's Twitter. Let's have a look.
Do you want Facebook? Do you want YouTube?
I want whatever you want. You want to give me.
Okay, YouTube.
Right. Sorry. So we've got a question here from Zlatan or Van Persie. Better debut season from positive comment.
Van Persie.
Van Persie?
I mean, he won the league, didn't you?
Van Persie was just...
But then he scored 28 goals in him on his own. Ibrahimovic, 35-year-old. Wasn't expecting that from him. I was expecting a lot, but
it's a good question.
It is a great question. Come over, yeah.
It's a good question. No, in his first year, Van Persie was the best striker in the league. We lost the league on goal difference the year before to City. We signed the best striker, then we won the league the next year. He had so many important goals. That free kick away at City stands out.
He was expensive, and I think Fergie kind of blew his beans on Van Persie, knowing that he wouldn't be able to play much past
every
that
single
first
bean was worth it.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it worked because you won the league and that's what it's all about, isn't it? But you just kind of left with a striker that was almost. It seemed after that season he had nothing left.
Van Persie was broken because Fergie left. when he was brought in, Fergie didn't say, "I'm leaving after one season." He expected him to be there for a few years, and his heart wasn't in it as soon as Fergie left. And then we had Moyes and Van Gaal, which really didn't help the situation.
But in that you had a team that was good.
Aging.
No, but good.
Good,
you won the league.
Yeah, but it's a team on a Fergie. Fergie made John O'Shea, Wes Brown was quality actually, Silvestre. So many distinctly average footballers play a lot better than they should have played for a long time.
Positive comment also asking whether I prefer Hoddle or Kane.
I like positive comment in the YouTube comments. I just want so I can. I've got the opportunity.
Yeah, he does.
All comments are funny.
Yeah, he always has a positive contribution. Someone said, "Stop smoking." I'm not. I'm poorly. I'm ill. Secondly,
cigarettes might be contributing.
Hoddle or Kane? I don't actually. I never saw Hoddle play. I'm a little bit too young. I'm told that he was one of the greatest footballers to ever grace the British football pitch.
Did it at Swindon as well?
Yeah, I mean he
did very well at Swindon.
Michael Dewberry, we were speaking to him on the podcast.
Go on, Barra. Go on.
What are you doing, Oxy? I thought, imagine that.
They're going to blow this, aren't they? Liverpool are going to actually blow this.
So nice little pattern of play there from Middlesbrough, Bamford, and I don't know the other one. George Friend, lovely little stuff from him. Gestead into Friend with a little cheeky thing. They're playing without fear. And then Lovren looks to clear it in a way, and he quite easily, because it is Lovren, he could have drilled that into his own goal. That would have been amazing.
Sam Williams says, "Why do we all hate Sam?"
I don't know. That's a good question, Sam. I've asked that mentally in my head.
No one hates you. It's just become part of it.
Sam Army.
Suspicious.
Yeah?
Sam Williams.
So what is the answer, by the way?
Is your middle name William?
No. What do you think it is?
I'm very kind to you, Sam.
Liam.
Liam. I think there's Liam. Obviously, the fact that you're from London, you support Man United, is always going to be an issue. Right. It's not your fault because you chose it when you were very young.
Actually choose. I've said I was going to come and talking balls in it, right? My kid is going to support United. Fact. If you have a kid,
but do the right thing and move to Man United before you move to Manchester.
I was going to do that, but I didn't.
No, you
just didn't fancy it.
Don't want to live in Manchester, to be honest.
No, Manchester's a lovely place.
No.
Are you actually going to move?
No, I looked at the price of all that shit, but I just didn't work out. Just didn't want to move.
Kieran Pearce on Twitter on hashtag Bull Street Final Say. Get your questions in for the people on the network that we're going to be chatting to at half time, which is very close. The Stone Roses or the Smiths?
Stone Roses.
That is good. I would go because there was a more quantity. The Smiths.
Yeah, the Smiths have produced more better songs, if that's a way to.
Yeah.
But Stone Roses all day. I've seen Stone Roses play 3 times. They are incredible. No, it's just me. Do you know what I mean? That Smiths don't make me get up and go.
Yeah.
So yes, Smith, Stone Roses.
Apparently Ian Brown's really bad live though, isn't he? Can't sing.
I didn't think so. I thought he was incredible.
Sorry.
I thought he was incredible. Sorry,
Manchester culture chat. He's off.
I'm out of my depth. I saw him in Portugal on a Friday night at a festival, and shortly before meeting my missus, my love of my life, and a little gentle rain came down as they were playing "I Want to Be Adored," and it was one of the greatest moments of my life.
I'm gonna. Actually, I'm not gonna retweet it, but I'm gonna favourite that because that was a good question. Well done, Kieran.
CJ McFluffball says,
I love that guy.
Would the fact that Dyer, Rose and Walker look to be leaving Tottenham, am I gutted?
Dyer?
Yeah, he's moved to when he wants to play in defensive midfield as opposed to one of the back 3.
Essentially, he's playing defensive midfield though, isn't he?
Does quite a lot. Am I gutted? I mean, it is gutting because you kind of feel like you're building something and you're getting somewhere. And you think, well, why don't you just stay and achieve everything you want to achieve here? But you realise actually it's not about achieving. It's about earning the most money. So as long as football's a game about earning the most money, which it is, then how can you be gutted? It's people, they're young men who want to earn lots of money, and as long as they get to earn lots of money elsewhere other than Tottenham, they're always going to want to leave. So whatever.
Fair enough. Stephen Mackey, if Liverpool can't beat Borough at Anfield, do they deserve Champions League football?
Of course not.
4-0 Man City, Fernandinho.
They need to. It doesn't matter whether they deserve it or not. It comes down to one game. Liverpool are historically big game players. This is what their fans, because of those historic wins, expect. So if they can't beat Borough at this stage, then obviously, oh my God, Borough are through it. Oh. If they can't beat Borough at this stage, then of course they don't deserve it. They won't have as many points as Arsenal. There you go. That's proof about whether or not you deserve it or not.
Good answer.
I can't cope with Arsenal getting in the Champions League again. So for Christ's sake, Liverpool, turn it on. It's Borough. They're shit. They've just been relegated 3 weeks ago. They can't score.
There's clear panic. It's got
the playoffs gone now, isn't it? Because Arsenal have got scored 2.
Or
is that the way?
No,
I think it could. If it's 4-2 and 2-2, then we've still got our playoff.
Right.
Fabio playing, ex-QPR. I mean,
I quite liked him when Spurs played Borough at White Hart Lane.
Were you watching him or were you watching Raphael?
I mean, they're both the same.
Apparently, they used to do that. Apparently, Fabio sometimes played instead of Raphael for Man United.
Just swap shirts. I fancy games.
I don't fancy this today.
Yeah, not up for it.
This ain't for me. West Brom's got to go. I know it was ages ago, but I feel like we should speak for everyone. We got another option visually. Thank you. Right.
It's completely legal.
Completely legal.
Just stop highlighting it.
Yeah, true. Alright. Payjack is going to call us soon. Do we know? Have we got anyone lined up?
We're going to speak to Nigel, Man City, 4-0 up.
Cool.
And we're going to speak to Louis about John Terry's.
Yes. Perfect.
Pogba's gone off.
Payjack.
Pogba's gone off injured.
Sam looks very worried right now.
The best player in the league, apparently. He's
Yeah, looks very good walking.
Oh, Everton! Lukaku! Oh, he's dragged it. He's dragged it. I don't know how I feel about all this. How do I feel about this?
Why is he being subbed at 44th minute just to give him a run out?
Yeah, that's it.
Are you sure?
That's smart, you know.
Sure not a twinge? There ain't a twinge there? Sure there isn't a twinge?
Having a great time, mate. I know you want there to be a twinge.
I do.
There's no twinge.
I do.
This is getting interesting.
Liverpool have scored.
Huh?
I don't know if it's true. People are saying Sturridge has scored for Liverpool.
Okay, so we must be a bit behind if it is true.
Yeah.
1 minute, so they've done it right on the stroke of half time. Oh, here we go. Long ball into the box. Gibson heads it out. It's fine. Nothing coming from this. Who's that? Lovren.
There wouldn't be such a coordinated.
Or is it Genie?
Yeah, it looks like it's been out.
There's a lot of racism going on.
Yeah, that's disappointing. That's disappointing. Okay,
A bit of
Clyde.
accuse of racism in the comments as well.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
It's Wijnaldum.
Bang!
Woo! Massive relief. Woo! Both at Anfield and here in the studio.
Get in there!
Wijnaldum, he's
Do you know what?
finisher.
Wijnaldum, I absolutely adore him.
You do, don't you?
I have.
I feel like
has an understated season. He hasn't been amazing, but rates him highly. That is great news. Can you imagine all the little hearts at Arsenal at the Emirates at the moment? And we're so happy for a second, and now it's all just tears and broken dreams.
Stephen Mackey shouts, Genie! What you got?
Lots of Liverpool fans on that thing.
Turns out.
Funny that.
He didn't mess about with that finish. He got through and goal. Not an overly tight angle. He probably should have gone for the other corner, but he just thought, I'm going to wallop.
There he goes. There's Klopp. Someone actually asked if I hate Klopp for being so expressive, do I hate Conte for being equally as expressive?
Very good point.
I get it. I understand it, and I've got double standards here. It's just Conte's face is less expressive than Klopp's.
Relief and Klopp. He literally looks like he's having a breakdown there.
Yeah.
There was no joy in that. That was just pure relief. 3-0 Spurs. Brian Ireland says.
Right, I'll just pass you.
Is that true?
Got
Right, we've got
Nigel
someone.
on the phone.
Here we go.
Nigel, Man City.
Nigel.
Hello, Nigel. What are you doing?
How are you, mate? How's it going?
Very good, very good. So, I think you're okay. I think you're there. 4-0.
What do you reckon? I'm not sure. It's only 4.
Yeah.
Could have been about 8. But listen, Watford are not great, but we have to come here and get 3 points. And I have to say, when you've got Aguero and De Bruyne and Sane and Silva, it's when I saw the lineup, obviously Pep means business today, and it's been an absolute ball. We're having a ball here. It's fantastic.
Well, yeah, we were watching the stream ourselves, and you could kind of, for Man City, they've dominated possession the whole season. That's how they play. That's Guardiola, but they haven't had that same kind of cutting edge. But has it been today? Has it been a fact that they're up for it, they're focused, or are Watford just woeful?
Well, it's obviously all of these. I can't hear that well because of the noise of the crowd. But I think, like all these things, it's a combination of the two. Clearly, Watford aren't great. They're kind of already on the beach. Although there was always a concern that when you get rid of a manager, or a manager's going, teams sometimes bounce back, don't they? And you get a bit of a reaction, and that's a concern I had before the game. But that's not really happened. They've not really shown up. But City have been fantastic, and we've threatened to do this all season, and we've done this in halves of games, but we've never really put 90 minutes together. So if we can put that same performance second half, it's going to be a complete rout. And one of the goals, I've lost count here, but one of them, it started with Caballero, and he just played it across the back and ended up in the back of the net. It's just the sort of football that Pep wants us to play. So it's been a joy to behold here, and we're making a lot of noise with nothing from the Watford fans. And it's great to finish the season like this, to guarantee third place, to guarantee Champions League football, which hasn't been guaranteed for a few weeks, to be fair. And people have been saying, it's going to be a bad season for Pep. But we're going to guarantee third, and we're going to build. We know where our weaknesses are. We know we've got problems at the back. As we discussed before, we've got 4 full-backs all over the age of 30. And we know the areas we're going to strengthen. But going forward, we look absolutely fantastic. It's brilliant. Having a great day.
Good man. Well, that's good. Yeah, you don't have to worry. You haven't got to have a tense second half. You're there. Yeah. So you enjoy it, mate. And I'm intrigued to see how they strengthen next year, mate.
Right, I'm struggling to hear you.
Okay.
What's happening elsewhere? What's happening with Liverpool and Arsenal?
So Liverpool just scored. So it's back in their court now. And Arsenal went 2-0 up despite having 10 men. But yeah, Everton have got one man extra, so they might make a difference. I think we're going to try and get Chris on the phone now. Yep. So we're going to have to leave you, Nige. Thank you, pal. Enjoy it, mate. Bye. Right. So just call him.
Yes.
Yep. Right. Chris Pajak. I presume a relieved Chris Pajak after that 45th minute goal from Wijnaldum. Here he is.
Hello.
Hello.
This is the reception on that phone.
Huh? It's a reception on this phone. All right. We call him on mine.
Sorry, I got it.
Right, so get your questions in for him. He's probably, knowing Chris, he's probably in a difficult place.
Hello, mate.
That's his phone then.
Chris. All right, no worries. So,
Should I try and call him one more time on my one?
if you want.
Because it'd be good to hear from him, wouldn't it?
It would, but it's going to be the same. It's the same issue twice.
Is it his phone?
Hello, mate.
Taking television on it.
It's not.
No.
Oh, devastating.
It's not going to work, Chris. Sorry, mate. Um,
Try and call Louis.
Try and call Louis. Okay. Right, we've got loads of people ready to talk to us from the Bull Street Network. We're going to go with Louis next, who is at Stamford Bridge. And John Terry, if you don't know, was taken off, apparently. Hauled off. Dragged.
Minutes. Embarrassing on his final game.
That is cool. Right, let's call him.
It was pretty embarrassing, to be honest.
It'd be interesting to know what Louis thinks of this. Craig, you're not completely keen on this one.
Hello, this is Louis. Unfortunately, I'm not on the phone to take.
That's Louis' number, so Louis not picking it up either.
should we talk some football while we're trying to find people?
Craig, you get people on the phone and then we'll do the rest. That's part of it.
Man United 2-0 up against Palace. Sam, do you want to come over and talk us through what's going on there?
Yeah, mate. Yeah. Oh, look, front and centre.
Yeah.
Cheers, James. Mate, that was a good half. We've had a...
Sounds it. Because what's your team actually like? How does it set up? How random is the side?
We've got 4 players making their full debuts today.
Who are these?
Josh Harrop, who scored, cracking goal. Demetri Mitchell playing left back. Scott McTominay playing centre mid.
Yeah.
Who's Joel Pereira in goal? Young Portuguese goalkeeper.
He said he wanted to play him. What's going on with De Gea? Is he going to start next week?
No, he won't. It's going to be Romero.
And De Gea's fit, right?
Yeah, De Gea's been fit the whole time. De Gea's clearly not happy about it.
So this strikes me a lot of how Mourinho treated Casillas at Real Madrid.
Nah, it's a little bit different to that.
Go on.
But I'm a little bit worried, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Got Louis. Hey.
Oh, well, that's it, Sam.
What's going on, Louis?
How are you, Sam?
I'm very well, mate. Can you explain what must have been... Well, can you explain what must have been the most embarrassing guard of honour in the history of football when they took off John Terry on 26 minutes? What was all that about?
I don't know. It's almost as bad as it's 200 yards down the road, isn't it? On the pitch, but I think John Terry, the player I think it was quite a special moment. The league as well.
But couldn't he have done the entire game? Why did they take him off on the 26?
I don't know. It's something and for me that's fine. So it's the youth team are going around with the drama. But the whole was
This is horrendous, isn't it?
You try and do something genuine.
Cheers, Louis.
Try and bring people together.
The problem is with football grounds is that
BSM,
the reception around football grounds is almost impossible. That Tottenham, you can't even make a call during the game.
But
so
why did they take him off in 26? Because Sunderland kicked the ball out.
I mean,
So Sunderland knew about it. Sunderland agreed to it.
Craig was telling us after the game the other day when Chelsea played. Terry looked so far out of his depth against who was it? They beat 4-3.
Watford.
Oh, what, when he scored in?
They looked so far out of their depth against
But
Watford.
he hadn't played all season.
I know.
I think that's.
We don't want to lose the last game against Sunderland.
All right, you think
Terry
they've taken him off as a precaution?
Yeah, or just say it's not good enough.
The
really.
damage that
What
he
for the
might
final?
have.
Oh, yeah, Koscielny's now banned for the FA Cup final as well. And he's supposedly their best defender.
He is their best defender, yeah.
City
Which isn't really
Fisher,
saying much with the rest of the
Kuhn,
defence.
that Chelsea substitution was so tacky.
Yeah.
Joe Cuthbert, great television. What else have we got now? Oh, we got Banter Panda. He's watching from Australia.
I love
It's
pandas.
1 a.m. He's an Arsenal fan. So,
Nice.
yeah, disappointed right now, but you never know. What Middlesbrough should have had a penalty. I think they should have had a penalty there.
What's that?
Bamford's gone through. He is inside the box. It's a big one to call.
In real time, that's a
It's
penalty.
a big one.
If you're seeing that once as a referee, it looks like a penalty.
I mean, yeah, but the referee didn't see it and didn't give it.
Did the ref have a good angle? They
He
showed that.
No, he looked through the back of Lovren, so he couldn't really see much. But I think the first time I saw it, I thought, yeah, penalty, red card. That's what I thought. But you know, it's difficult for referees to get these things right. I think you've got to be quite a brave referee to kind of
Yeah, in a game like that, anyway.
give that red card
At Anfield as well.
because that means it's very difficult for Liverpool in that instance. So we'll see.
Stephen Butler explaining the problems with the phones. Reception at Anfield is terrible on match day.
Well, that
Thank
makes
you.
sense.
Unlike Wooderson, that's empty. Very good.
Wooderson, good, enjoy that.
Double joke there. He's saying they've got no atmosphere and that it's made of wood.
That
Which
did
is
that
the pun.
did need explaining for
Which is the pun.
the millions of people watching.
So how much do you? Let's test you a bit. How much do you know about these Man United players?
Right? What do you want to test me on?
Who are they?
Josh Harrop, he up until when he broke through to the under 23s, he came through alongside Joe Rothwell, who was another centre mid who hasn't really gone on to do much through United, but he's had injuries this season. And then this week, as I said, he scored a hat trick against the under 23s, Spurs under 23s, and then all of a sudden he got drafted in. Mate, it was a cracking. United have had such a lack of clinical finishing at Old Trafford this season. It's been ridiculous. That finish was right foot. Bammed it right in the top corner.
What you're saying? He's the answer then?
No, I'm not saying he's the answer, but in a game,
Steady on.
there's not many youngsters that would get the opportunity that these players are getting today. He's taken his chance with both hands.
That's true.
And you see Dimitri Mitchell at left back. You've seen how many people have played left back for us this season. Shaw, Rojo, Blind, Young, Darmian, and we still don't really have a left back. So he's getting a debut. Scott McTominay, he's playing because we don't have that many central midfielders. Fellaini's injured. Pogba has come back today, been taken off. Carrick's, it's the first time I've really thought that Carrick's, this could be like Carrick's last season.
How old is he? 35 now, isn't it?
Yeah, going 36, I think.
Yeah.
Carrick's incredible. He's, like, since we signed him from you in 2006, he's been like the staple of our midfield.
Loki says, wasn't a pen. Bamford is halfway down before Lovren touches him.
Yeah, you can get, that's a fair shout. It's a subjective thing. It always is with these things, unless someone gets absolutely cleaned out. I'm just saying, the first time I saw it, it looked like a pen and a red card. Seeing it back, it would have been harsh, but you know, the referee doesn't get to see it back unless they bring in video replays. You saw the first sending off the other day with a video replay. Went quite well, because the first time I watched it from a different perspective, it looked like that is harsh sending off. The guy kind of flails his legs, but then his elbow catches the England under 23 player or under 21 player and drops him, but the ref quickly uses that and sends him off and says, you've got to go, mate.
Right.
It held up the game for about 2 minutes. I'd still much rather it not be introduced, because I don't give a shit about controversial decisions. I just want a bit of fun and entertainment in the game. I don't care about the right result. I care about am I entertained. So
I see. I don't know.
a more
Because you're a purist.
scientific game is
It's not.
what I want.
No. It's not scientific. It's honest. Is it an honest game?
No, it's not an honest game. It's not.
But it can become an honest game, can't it?
Who cares, man?
I do.
You love the controversy. You need talking
just
points. You need
much
talking
more-
points in a pub.
We need talking points. We don't want less talking.
Talking
points.
balls would be really quite dull.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I don't
well,
know.
more dull than it is.
Geraint Jones, I'm eating a chicken and bacon salad. That's brilliant. I'm quite up for pizza, lads, actually.
Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Are you paying?
I thought I was going to turn up and there'd be beer in that. There's literally nothing. There's a
Yeah.
half finished bottle of water.
I thought you were going to bring it in.
I was rushing.
Past the shop.
So just to run through the results, I mean, I'm sure you've probably seen it on your own phone, for God's sake. But Arsenal 2-0 up means nothing, because Liverpool have scored right on the stroke of half time with Wijnaldum banging it in after they looked pretty dodgy. Hull are losing 3-0 to Spurs. Then usual double act, Harry Kane banging into the guy's a joke. He's got more goals than Middlesbrough. And Dele Alli getting the last one on the stroke of half time. In the 10th versus 11th matchup, Leicester v Bournemouth, Stanislas got them in the
That's
lead.
the bore-off game of the day, isn't it?
That is the bore-off game of the day, probably. West Brom in the lead. Hello.
Johnny Evans.
Johnny Evans doing what he does best. Bollocks.
Darren Fletcher knocking it into him as well.
And Man City have
Go, I see.
game over in it. And Southampton Stoke, which we literally haven't mentioned at all, because that is Stoke City fans.
That's up there for ball off as well.
They are bored. They're so bored, Stoke City fans.
Yeah.
They only won once in 2017 or something stupid like that.
They've been on a really, really bad run. I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case. Both those teams kind of in the doldrums a bit. It seems like the fans are kind of not really keen on either of the managers. There's talk of them both going.
It's the excitement that Stoke had when they brought all those players in and the really cracking start to the season. Was it last season they had an amazing start? Was it this year? And then it's kind of, they've plateaued massively.
Yeah. And there's kind of a similar thing. It's a bit like the Arsenal situation, but it's just a bit further down the league with Stoke. They're a bit sick of finishing ninth, and they want a little bit more now. But I think you've got to be careful with that. I think you make gambles when you're a mid-table team if you're trying to move to the next level, because you buy these players that, like Wilfred Boney, that looked like a good buy. That looked like a decent buy. Shaqiri's should have been a good. Well, he still has moments, Shaqiri, but he just flat.
I'm really surprised they let Bojan go.
Yeah, I think but basically they got to a point where right, we're not doing that great, and he didn't want to he probably a bit wary of what happened at QPR where he kept playing these guys.
I think they did it for a bit, didn't they? They thought, well, let's try and play football for a bit. Let's see if that's going to work, because all the Stoke fans, they're sick and tired of watching us pump the ball along. Let's try and buy some flair players.
It worked out at the start.
Well, kind of. They finished 9th. And then they finished 9th again. And then they finished 9th again. And now they finished 14th or there or thereabouts.
So Stoke fans want regular European football. That's the next step up from finishing 9th every year, I presume.
I think they want to be excited and they want to be looking forward and moving forward. And they're not 9th this year. They're a lot lower than that. And so they feel it's quite easy to go. That's the problem with the league tables. You could it makes you look like you're going backwards, and then maybe they are going backwards. And then, but you're going to fluctuate if you're a mid-table team. But I guess football fans don't give a shit about that, do they?
No.
They just care if they're doing something.
So as it stands here, if Middlesbrough equalise, Arsenal are in the Champions League next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As it stands.
That is tense.
That is. I mean, there's a lot in it. There's.
Liverpool aren't very good at holding out a 1-0 lead. They leak goals. So I'd be very surprised if Middlesbrough didn't score.
Borough have only scored 27 goals this season.
Which means it's probably going to be a very dull second half then.
I really need the toilet.
Well, preferably go into the toilet. Thank you for that. So second half kicking off here. Will Liverpool do it again?
Yeah, I think now it'd be very difficult for Borough if they're going to want the desire or passion or the need to score against Liverpool. They'll be trying in a professional sense, but I think gaps, if they do push forward, will open up for Liverpool, and Liverpool will just go out easy winners now.
You're just waiting for Borough to score
as Borough comes forward.
But yeah,
sprayed it out wide again, which is
nice
lovely.
Football.
And the cross has come over.
Oh,
Bamford's.
what
there's
is
been a
that?
nasty clash in the.
Is that Lovren again? Lovren is.
It might be a Lovren. It looks like he's out. It's a clash ahead, so the referee's going to have to pull it back.
Who's that?
Alexander.
Chan? I think that's Emre Chan.
Is it? Yeah.
But yeah, Middlesbrough don't really have much to play for, do they? They're already relegated. They've got their pride.
They're nothing, they're just filling in numbers now. But I'll be interested to see how Arsenal react.
Arsenal can't do anything. They've done their job really. They're 2-0 up. They're down to 10 men. They've got firm control of that game. They're all just sitting there waiting for Liverpool to wobble.
Yeah, definitely.
But I don't know. Middlesbrough looked okay in that first half. I thought it was a perfect time for Liverpool to score. Like cliche, yeah, just before half time. Blah blah blah.
We didn't talk much about Tottenham, have we, in the first half? Why is that?
No, why? We don't need to.
I don't know.
Oh, you scored again. Oh, yeah, nice. Well,
No.
Cool. Yeah, move on.
Can Spurs go to the next level?
I think everyone's hoping.
I'll let you two chat. I'll be back in a bit.
Right, you get back to work.
Yeah, everyone's hoping. Can you go get some beer?
No,
Yeah.
you're right.
I think Craig's nipped out. Hopefully, get some stuff.
Um,
I'm gonna try and we're just gonna have a play on this computer and see if there's a video I can watch that involves Arsenal.
I can do it.
Can you?
Probably. It means I'm giving up watching. It doesn't matter. Yeah, look.
Well, send me.
So yes, you can just put that down.
You can find it on this one again. This one.
Fine.
Right. Sorry about the phone calls from people. I think it's the fact that in and around the ground the signal's crap. But hopefully the guys, once they leave the grounds at the end of the game, they're going to give us a call and we'll be able to have a little chat with them to have the final say on the season. But yeah, it is what it is. The second half has started here. I think Liverpool could just dominate now. They've got that goal.
Just saying to Sam, it is that they, in order to come back in the Premier League, you need desire and fight, and you need to want to win. And obviously they all want to win. They're all sitting there thinking, "Oh, it'd be nice to go and beat Liverpool away from home." But ultimately, it requires a level of commitment, and Arsenal are about to go 3-0 up. Great save from that Joel. 2 quick chances on the bounce from Arsenal there. 2, they could have gone 3-0 up quite easily. Still down to 10 men.
That's poor from Everton, isn't it?
Yeah.
That Arsenal got 10 men. They can't. This is a club that they're expecting to. They want them to move forward, to be, to challenge these guys. And these, Arsenal are only two spots above them. In fact, they've only got 10 men. You expect a little bit better, don't you?
Yeah, you do. And does this not show a level of commitment from Arsenal players, and that they believe in Wenger? Or are they just being professional? It's more than that. To want to go and grab the game by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah, it's a good point. I think it's interesting. I wonder what motivates a footballer. Yes, Craigie! Craigie, with some liquid refreshment on its way.
Craig.
I'm getting cold ones though.
I like warm beer. I love it.
Do you?
I love, not really, but it's better than no beer.
Yeah, that's true.
Kind of sums up today, really. More phone calls and warm beer.
We'll get phone calls in the second half.
Oh, hold on, who's that? That's
Someone's
Gabriel.
gone down.
Looks like he's
Gabriel.
injured and going on.
He looks really hurt. He must be properly hurt. Might get him.
Do you not? I don't know. His knee bent down underneath him. Look, he looks not happy at all.
I feel bad now.
Is this what it must feel like to be in a relationship with you, James? Is this what it is?
Little comments.
little comments and constantly on your phone.
Yeah.
When there's conversations to be had.
Pretty much about it, really. Yeah, you're not far off.
Yeah, watch. See his leg. So Gabriel's leg is gone right underneath him there, as he slid in with Niasse, I think, and that doesn't look good. That looks like a medial knee injury.
Well, hello. We might have a second goal at Liverpool. Could be the end of it all.
Is it coming up?
2-0 apparently. It's a free kick. It's a free kick here, guys, if you want to watch it.
Arsenal. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Don't worry.
Delivery.
Look, no one's
No one's gonna have any idea
Look,
what
you
he's
see
done.
his knee
goal,
go
eh?
underneath.
It's not even over the label.
Hang on, Coutinho. Coutinho steps up.
Is it straight in? Is it?
The man is dragging them to Champions League football.
Oh,
Oh, what happened
I
there?
don't know. Keep
Wicked
done better.
deflection.
Was that Flecky?
Well, is Gabriel down injured as well?
Yeah. So Gabriel has done his knee ligaments. It looks like an ACL
Really?
or knee ligament injury.
I'm
now
really,
they've got
really
Gabriel.
sorry. I'm really sorry.
What?
I was saying he's feigning it.
No. Yeah, he's not.
Oh no, it just went straight in. The keeper just got his step to the side.
Oh my
That's awful
God.
goalkeeping.
That is that a good free kick or is that
No, it's
crap?
awful
He should have saved it with his teeth.
Come on.
His position is pretty bad, but that is right in the corner.
That's crap.
Oh God, there's
There's tape
Klopp
on the rim of the beer.
I was just taped off camera too, so.
Tastes like sellotape.
again. So they've lost. They've now lost Koscielny, Arsenal, and they've lost Gabriel. And Big Per Mertesacker, the slowest football on earth, is coming on. Does this bode well for the FA Cup final next week? Chelsea.
I don't think they're too bothered about Gabriel.
I mean,
Are they?
you would be if you want to play 3 at the back, and all they've got now is Rob Holding and Pierre Mertesacker. Who else they got?
Yeah, they seem to rate Holding, don't they? That is.
You're going to pump them, aren't they?
Is that a good?
I'm not saying they don't rate him. I'm just.
This is a weird question. Okay, if you're gonna do your knee, is it good to do it on the last game of the season?
Well, no. There's no good time to do your knee because
Yeah, but if you're going to,
if you have to, then yeah. But losing out on your pre-season
yeah.
is a major issue.
There we go. Ooh, I don't. Do you know what?
Sam's very worried at the moment because Eric Bailly is on the
Nah, that's right.
ground receiving treatment, and they already have no defenders.
He's already banned for the fucking final anyway.
Oh, really? Yes, it doesn't matter, does it?
No, but his injury means that Angel Gomez isn't coming on.
Put the camera.
He's good, isn't he?
Put the camera on Craig, says
So
Spencer
he's
Gregory.
16, he's on the bench, but because his bar is injured now, he's going to have to be replaced, which means Gomez can't make his debut.
Poor Gomez.
Sad times.
And here
Yeah,
goes
no.
Liverpool to compound Arsenal's misery. 3-0.
Oh, good block.
Oh.
George
So
Friend.
that's it then, isn't it? Arsenal do not have Champions League football for the
Right,
first time in 19 years.
21 years, mate.
And I can't. Is it 21 years?
21 years.
21 years, and I can't tell you how shit the Europa League is. Like, I really, any Arsenal fan out there, probably some of you are under the age of only ever seen Champions League football. Let me tell you, the Europa League is the worst competition in football. It's horrendous. You get sent to Ukraine, you get sent to places that you can't even reach by a plane. Right? You have to get a plane and then a train to get somewhere. Sometimes 2 planes to get to these places. And they get there and they've never even heard of Arsenal Football Club or the Premier League. It's that far away from the normalities of football.
I don't know.
That's where you're going, Arsenal.
Yeah.
Tough.
They need to scrap the Europa League or do something.
Add to that.
Sort it out.
Add to that. Why?
Because you
What,
hate
now-
it. Everyone hates it.
Yeah, but I've gone through it. Now you want to change it. Nah.
You need to create. You want a tournament that people can enjoy.
Let's make it shitter. Thursday night as well, which is an absolute pain in the arse playing Thursday nights on a Sunday and then Thursday again. So much easier being in the Champions League.
You're delighted, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm absolutely ecstatic. Go on, score again, Arsenal. You might as well. How do you feel? Do you feel a bit sorry for Arsenal then?
I don't know how to feel about this because I want to stay neutral, but who does? That's what I was saying this on the podcast the other day, weren't we? Like, who deserves it? Liverpool have been in the Champions League places all season.
Yeah,
And-
Liverpool have been. Arsenal have had European football to contend with. Liverpool spend something like up there with the most in wages in the Premier League. I can't remember the stat, but I think it might be the second. Huge amounts of money. Let us know actually in the comments below who does spend the most. The top 4 spending wage brackets.
You're miles off that, aren't you?
Yeah, we are. So it's like who deserves it? It's whoever gets there in the end, I guess.
Yeah.
Would you not rather Arsenal finish in the top 4 and go Champions League football? Because surely Wenger's more likely to stay then.
I don't want Wenger to stay.
You don't want Wenger to stay?
No, not all. Wenger's like one of the best managers of Premier League.
You don't think he's holding him back?
I think probably by this time he is, but I still think he's guaranteed. He's going to guarantee him top 4 more than not. Now this is one season, and it's only the last day of the season.
Adam Lallana, goal.
3-0.
No, that is it then.
No, that is it.
That is game, set and match.
Can we
Maybe
put-
we'll turn off now, really.
Yeah, we're done. Right, I hope you enjoyed the bullshit watch along.
I'm going to the pub.
A lot of people saying they like the Europa League for teams like Southampton to get to go to Milan. And
Yeah,
That is
yeah. That's a fair point. I mean, I'm only mucking and winding up, but you know, Spurs have had some amazing nights in the Europa League, and for clubs like Spurs were 6-7 years ago, Europa League was crucial. It meant that fans could go out and
There's that Lallana goal. Sorry.
and have a great time seeing cities that they wouldn't have otherwise said. But for Arsenal, when they're used to, you know,
What's funny about that?
Well, sorry, Ira's just sent me a photo. Marcus Rojo's box is at the back of J Stand.
J Stand?
He's just got a fucking photo with Rojo. Sorry, carry on. That's right.
so they're asking me about Europa League and cheers, Sam. Yeah, so it's an amazing.
Bring back the Cup Winners'
competition.
Cup.
But Arsenal, yeah, I mean,
Because then the
that
cup
would mean
that would,
even less than Europa
I really
League
enjoyed
now.
the Cup Winners' Cup. I thought it was great.
So all the teams that win the domestic cup play each other.
Yeah.
No, I don't
You know, you remember the Cup Winners' Cup.
That's it. Well, Spurs won it.
I used to really enjoy that.
But my point is, for a team like Arsenal, it's going to be a big adjustment to having to go there, because to go and play these teams that they really have no interest in playing, they're going to have to go through the motions, travel all over
for Everton.
travel all over Europe and beyond. To what? To what end? Well, they don't want to win that. It's a difficult position for them to be in.
It is a difficult position, Flo.
It is.
What do we do though? I don't know what you're supposed to do.
I don't know. Should we ask some questions?
Yeah.
Somebody said, look at Flav's shitty haircut. Cheers.
That's that guy. The
Fuck you, Banter Panda. Nice.
Spurs cannot win the Europa League Tin Pot Club. Penalty, apparently somewhere. Not sure.
Oh, at Arsenal. Penalties to Everton.
Penalties to Everton. Oh, who is it? Monreal with the handball.
Send him off.
Send them all off.
And this would be Lukaku as well.
Let's watch this.
Wouldn't it?
How many goals behind Kane is he?
I think it may have been scored.
Really?
Well, you don't have to ruin it for us.
Yeah, probably did, didn't I?
Is it Lukaku? Yeah.
Oh, Coutinho nearly scored again.
I mean, it's game, set, match, isn't it? Oh, hang on.
People want us to leak Payjack nudes.
I don't have any.
Live.
I've got a couple.
I've got one in particular.
Big one.
There we go.
So how car's Lukaku away from Tottenham then?
What a penalty that was. Absolute screamer. He's drilled that.
That was
It was a great penalty. Yeah, no, that's what I said. Lukaku draws. He's getting closer to Middlesbrough's target of 26.
Go you Blues!
So, that game's irrelevant now, isn't it? Completely irrelevant.
Yeah, let's
but
move.
obviously we want.
So now we want Arsenal to lose just to really compound the misery.
I mean, I do. You guys don't.
Why wouldn't I?
All right, James doesn't because he has no real issue against.
So James just
Arsenal.
wants to draw. And everyone goes home semi-happy.
No. I mean, look, like that's what I mean. I was saying I don't know how I felt about the whole thing, but I think Liverpool do deserve it. You know, they've played exciting football. I think they've got. I feel like I don't know.
And let's be honest, right? This has not been a top 4 race or battle, and it's been a limp. Teams falling over the line, and one has happened to fall a little bit further forward.
But you know what?
Chelsea and Spurs are just
I think Man
light
City
years
have been-
away this year.
Man City to me seem to have performed really well all season. I know they've had periods of being pretty poor, but I can't remember them.
5-0.
I
Gabriel
just remember
Jesus.
I remember City being.
That's good for my
Well,
bet.
it's-
My fantasy
Their
football
form in the last month has been incredible.
City
Isn't it?
went on a phenomenal start. Obviously, they won their first 6 games. Was it in all competitions? And then I think it was in the Champions League they lost away to Barca.
Yeah.
And that started a run of like 4 games without a win, which is the first time in Guardiola's career that ever happened. And now this is the first time in his career he's not finishing in the top 2. So it's a real tester for him next year to see. There's obviously been some successes this season, probably Gabriel Jesus being one of the main ones because he looks like a ready-made Aguero replacement if he is going in the summer.
Some goals going in. Hazard scored.
Hazard scored.
And a goal in the big game.
Joe Allen. No, Peter Crouch.
Whoa!
Crouchy boy.
Gotta love Peter
My
Crouch.
man. My G. Peter Crouch.
On that bombshell.
Do you know, I bloody love you, Peter Crouch. Yes, you're an adulterer, but I still love you.
Why
is that?
What's your problem with that? Why you don't know what's going on in these
You're getting
relationships?
defensive over me not liking someone who's...
Yeah.
Well, I do like him.
actually.
Great
You're-
Touch for Big Lads based on Peter Crouch.
Yeah, but just because you don't know what's going on in these relationships, maybe they've got an open relationship.
Maybe.
Maybe
She's a bit
feels that
naggy.
she doesn't fulfil him.
Maybe she's a bit...
He's up for getting more.
I'll tell you
out
what,
there.
if Peter
People
Crouch...
just run their mouths too much. That's the problem.
Yeah, I bet if Peter Crouch... if Peter Crouch's mindset is going, oi, Abby, you're not fulfilling me, then he needs to have a
You
look
know
in the
my-
mirror,
you know
quite
my-
literally.
You know my thoughts on that. I can't say it live on air.
Peter Crouch with the goal. He is a lovely man who I wish would come back to QPR, and you never know, he might do that because Holloway.
This
and
guy's
him are friends, and
asked
he's
this
QPR
question.
fan.
Michael Toff, he's asked it a few times, and
Toff-
he says,
Toff's
he says, I'd like to know your hip hop. You love your hip hop, Kendrick Lamar or Nas? And just for
asking
the
me?
sake of answering Michael Toff's question, I'm going to say Nas. Kendrick Lamar's latest album is amazing, but not. I'm not a massive fan of everything he's done before then. Whereas Nas has had 2 or 3 great albums, but most of what he's done after that was pretty.
He was a game changer as
poor.
well.
Pretty pub, yeah.
All right.
Back to football.
Hope you enjoyed that.
Hazard with the goal. Who's more important to Chelsea? Hazard or Kante?
Kante.
Who's more important?
Kante.
Hazard.
Hazard, says
Mate,
Craig.
you were 10th. Kante turns up, you win the league. Hazard was there when you were 10th.
Calls for Puel to go.
He's got you there.
No.
I have got you there.
Craig.
Pipe down, Craig.
Craig.
Pass me another beer.
Craig, you're from Southampton.
Yeah.
But you are neutral because you're a Chelsea fan. What are your thoughts on Puel and the season that he's had and the fact that people want him out? Is that absolutely ridiculous?
I think Southampton fans have become accustomed to they're not like West Ham fans where they have like the West Ham way, but they've become accustomed to good football with Adkins, Pochettino, Koeman, and Puel is just playing for 1-0 wins, happy to draw away from home, try and nick it.
Was Southampton not close to one of their record finishes this season?
No.
What? Who?
Well, they got Europa League last year.
It was looking exciting for a bit. They have got exciting players as well. And he's brought...
It's always going to be hard to keep replacing with your best players every summer.
Yeah.
This was bound, and your best managers, so it was bound to happen eventually.
Yeah. I think it's really difficult being a fan of a mid-table team, or a team that you know is probably not bad enough to go down ever, because you get to a point where you're kind of where do you sit your expectations, because truthfully you're never really going to be anywhere that zone. What's Flav's thoughts on Pochettino not winning anything
Why
ever?
does this keep coming up?
Because he hasn't won anything. It hasn't won anything.
So what?
Isn't that what football's about?
I know you're playing devil's advocate, but I'm going to attack you instead.
Go on.
What's Ian Holloway ever won?
He's got promoted 3 times.
Yeah, but that's you.
You get a trophy. You get given a trophy.
Yeah, you shouldn't get given a trophy. Cheers, mate.
You do.
You shouldn't get given a trophy.
Why?
But that's besides the point.
Get given a trophy?
Look, like anybody. Look, this is what I'm talking about. Is everyone's just trying to nitpick at Spurs, right? Trying to get at us. Get at Pochettino. All right, Pochettino's great, but has he won anything? It's just such a base way of looking at football.
That's okay. It's more nuanced than that, but there are facts in that.
There are facts in that. He hasn't won anything. You're right, but he's been our manager for 3 seasons.
What are you getting angry about?
I ain't getting angry.
You're getting angry.
I am getting angry. You're right.
Craig is a joke.
That. Who said that?
Volky59. Yes. Can we have a first? Yeah, some guy who trolls Craig because he doesn't have one. Everyone needs one. Bring it. He says. What is James' favourite team in capital letters? Says Hidjakata Tushiro. Hopefully I said that right.
That was brave going for that name.
He also said that Kante was a fraud. The same guy.
Oh, okay.
Weird.
My favourite team is Queen's Park Rangers, who are an exciting team that could both get relegated or get promoted. Come and join us, because we need fans that care. Because it's not all about the Premier League. If you go on the Bull Street YouTube channel, you will see that in the Millwall versus Bradford video that we did yesterday.
Yeah.
That has swept the nation and broke hearts. You can see a man. You can see both a man and a child cry.
Yeah, both
all in one video.
No, you can see a man and a child's hearts breaking exactly the same time. And do you know what? I was watching this and I was looking, I was like, that's quite sad. There's an 8-year-old boy crying on camera and thousands of people are going to see. But then I thought, good, because welcome to football, young man. This sometimes is a painful thing to be involved in. But
hang on,
there'll be glory as well. There'll be glory for this 8-year-old boy at Bradford to
one day
to hold on to. But right now, just broken hearts and tears.
Yeah, it's character building, as is sport, in its essence.
Totally. I mean, I looked across at my dad once. We
just
were
done a line.
We're one. We're one. What?
I don't know.
I think I heard what you said, but I'm not sure.
You did. Yeah, it's exactly. I'll say it again if you want.
No.
I'm joking. He doesn't do that.
No, and with Spurs were 1-0 up, 1-0 down. Sorry, at Arsenal, and then Arsenal went on and somehow beat us. Tony Adams, diving header. And I looked at my dad and I had tears in my eyes. I was like, Dad, why would you get me into this? And he looks at me and goes, well, because we'll pay you back in spades. And I was like, fair enough. I don't do much gardening, but I'll take it up.
But in your later years. Will you ever get into gardening? The missus asked me that the other day.
I'm not sure.
I don't know if I got it in me, really. It's a bit of a blag.
Yeah.
And you can't trust it.
Equaliser! Oh, it's offside!
Oh! You just see pain and heartbreak.
Yeah, don't watch that video, just watch that again. Valencia thought he'd equalised. Why was that not given?
No idea. Clip it up, stick it on Facebook.
Arsenal not going to get Champions League football. I would like to, and I'll read them out. So get commented. Arsenal fans, or all fans, what do you think of the fact that Arsenal aren't in the Champions League? Simple question.
Yeah.
Answer. What if they win the Europa League?
Yeah. If you go on and win the Europa League next year, are you... I'm going to be, provocative. Are you going to be arrogant enough to not enjoy that? Because you should have been in the Champions League? Talk to me. Arsenal need to bottle this game.
I mean, that would if Everton win it, that would be a bottle job. I mean, Arsenal.
If what?
That would be a bottle job, wouldn't it, from Arsenal? You know, Spurs fans have got accused of being butlers and all that.
Do you know what? You don't get enough stick for going out of the Europa League.
You're right. We should get more stick.
You were shocking in Europe last year. What are you wrong with that?
Do you mean going out of the Champions League and then getting thrown into lesser competition than getting knocked out by Ghent? Yeah, we deserve much more stick. It wasn't even a weak team we put out. All I would say though is that we went down to 10 men and dominated the game, and it just didn't happen. And the Belgian fans are among the most antagonistic bunch of young fellows I've ever been a part of.
Young fellows,
not just everybody's skin. There was like bits of plastic being thrown through the air. It was like Wembley. You know, you don't really... Oh, Hull scored.
Yeah, the Hull City comeback has begun. Klukas with a goal. Who I think is... Do you know what? The Hull City they'll have a few players who are going to leave in the... This is why they're going to struggle to go back up. They're going to have a few... They've got a few decent players that are going to leave. And a lot of loan signings as well that are going to have to go back. That's what's going to kill them. But Klukas, ex-Man United?
Klukas?
Yeah.
I mean...
I think he was at United. Tell me
most players are ex-Man United, aren't they?
Spurs scored again, by the way.
Ericsson.
No, Wanyama.
Oh, Wanyama.
Yeah, good point. Liverpool 3-0. Leicester 1-1 in that big game against Bournemouth. Southampton losing to Stoke away. West Brom winning as well.
Okay, can you read out Mitchell Balzan's comment on Craig, please?
Okay. I'm just going to say that Sam Williams wants, how about Flav's new podcast, Good Touch for a Pig Lad?
Nice.
Exclusively talking about piggy footballers.
But piggy footballers...
There's a niche there.
Yeah. What you guys say about piggy footballers are generally quite technical. Because they don't have the mobility, so they have to be able to do it with their feet. Charlie Adam is a technical footballer, I feel. David Unsworth had great technique on that left pig. Andy Reid, go on.
Get me out of this. TP Football Analysis. Actually, oh shit, I thought I was reading the comment from earlier. Had sound at 100. Sorry about that if we shouted, but that's football. What was the comment you wanted me to read?
There's a comment about Craig in a bungalow and cocoa box.
Wow, was said by who?
We can't find it.
They said I live in a bungalow and I collect Cocoa Pops vouchers.
This is. Do you know what? I was thinking about this today. So Craig doesn't like to be on camera, and he's not on camera. You're hearing his voice a little bit today, which is enough, I think.
He's not happy about it.
But what I want to happen is I want you to create Craig. I want people who watch Ball Street to kind of have him in your mind. What does he do? What's his backstory?
Do you remember in Saturday morning television when you were as a kid? Around our age, and people would send in their drawings. Send in your drawings of Craig, and we'll talk about on Talking Balls every Friday when he comes back.
Yeah, that's it. On Twitter.
Send in your drawings. Someone draw some stuff now.
You can do it on an app, can't you? Draw Craig and send it to us on Twitter. That would be awesome.
We don't have the technology to get it up.
I'm hench and well hung.
Yeah.
If you didn't hear that, he's hench and well hung.
Yeah, that's not true. We'll give you a few bits.
The well hung bit's true. I've seen it.
We'll give you a few bits on it. So criteria for... Actually, no, blank canvas. What does Craig look like? Draw his face and his body. And tweet us at Ball Street. Oh. One more for Kane.
So
for
is
30. He's got 3. No, he hasn't.
Yes, he has. He's done it again.
Oh my God.
It's disgusting. I mean, what do you do about the guy? What do you do about him?
Mate, do you know...
2 hat-tricks in a fucking row.
That's unreal.
I don't even know what to say.
You scored 11 goals in your last 2 games. I
can't
remember. You know I haven't scored 11 goals in about 11 games.
Sam, I'm not even happy. I don't even feel nothing anymore. This is what success does. Send me back to the days of Peter Shreves. and finishing 14th for Tottenham. That's the Tottenham I feel comfortable with.
Peter Shreves looks something out of like a Roald Dahl book.
Yeah.
Doesn't he? Right, a couple of bits. YTSAS 46170. Do you think Chelsea will go deep in the Champions League next season?
What does that mean?
Flab and Craig.
Go deep.
I don't know. Quarterfinals, semi-finals, final.
Or does it mean
Everything's
like,
an innuendo.
Does it mean go ham on the Champions League? Like take no prisoners.
I think they've got every chance to go deep.
Look, Chelsea have untold money. They've already got a brilliant manager and an incredible squad.
Sorry.
An incredible squad. So there's
someone got smashed in the face in the Anfield game.
There's absolutely no reason why Chelsea can't go on to win it next year. And I think actually Conte, taking all bias out of it, Conte is a brilliant tournament manager. You saw it with Italy in the Euros. If they spend a bit more money, they are in for an amazing season next year. Much is the pity for all of us.
Sam B, Craig is Flav's dad. Fat Nep, Craig is a fat ginger.
The irony here, actually, is that Craig looks like my dad when my dad was like 22.
Really?
Yeah.
Hench and well hung.
No.
Hashtag hench and well
I've seen my dad's winkle is the word winkle was named after my dad's penis.
Does it look like your Willie?
No.
Does it look like your Willie, but just older?
Well endowed than my dad. Thank God. He's all helmet, no shaft. Come on, Evan.
Unfair, but I don't know. Actually, I'm not going to read that. Craig was institutionalised at the age of 7. Says positive comment on it. Aaron Sharp. Craig sits home drawing pictures of John Terry. Probably you're not far off there.
Can I just address something here? TP Football Analysis. Flav, Spurs are in the Champions League too. He says, why are you being so nice about Chelsea? When we're on Ball Street sometimes, when we're as biased as we are as normal football fans, people dig us out because we're not been able to see past our own biases, and it makes for sometimes not very interesting conversation. So I just thought, once off, let me have a look at the Chelsea situation with a little bit of decorum and understanding of football, and I do so, and then get picked apart in the comments by TP Football Analysis. That said, I hope to God Chelsea get pumped in every Champions League game that they get into, but sometimes you can't deny the fact that they've got a good thing going on there.
I think if you're a Chelsea fan, you should be really excited about the fact that Conte has involved some of your more experienced youth team players who've come through, like Chalobah.
Positive comment said, I heard Craig got dressed up as a little city gent at age 7, walks into the Bank of England shouting, "Fuck the pound," and was promptly arrested. What does it mean?
That's amazing.
Fuck the pound. Craig wears nappies. He's having a field day. Positive comment.
I like positive comment.
Positive comment is funny, man. He's good. I hope he writes because he's good. What else we got here?
What about Brian?
Craig draws cocks in toilet cubicles. That's positive comment again. Conte flopped in Champions League with Juventus. He never got past the quarterfinals of the Champions League with Juventus. Allegri has already taken him to 2 finals. Tell you fair, brother. I think that's a good point. From what I've read about that, there's a feeling that with Conte, he certainly at that part of his career, and I feel like he's a bit more. Obviously, we're only seeing him in his post-match and on the side of the pitch, but I don't think there's that same raw intensity that he had at Juventus. From what I've read about, Pirlo and Pirlo wrote in his book, and then written in 442. There's been a few decent articles on him.
Yeah,
they kind of he kind of got them. They had like a boot camp with Conte, and then they needed someone like Allegri to then take them to the next level and move them forward from there. And I think Conte's probably a better manager now than he was in that first spell with Juventus. I know he'd managed other teams before that, but I think you do get you.
What are you saying? That Allegri's.
I'm saying that Conte is a better manager than he was when he was at Juventus. That's what I'm saying, and I think he's probably learnt from the way that Allegri is a bit more chilled out and how that plays a part in making them better. I think he's like somebody who seems to. What was it? I heard that great phrase. Christian said it earlier in the week. That Conte's it's about being a tailor. Being a manager is like being a tailor. It's fitting a system to the players that you've got.
Yeah.
And I think he's grown as a manager as time's gone on, and that's what he's done so well with Chelsea this year when he moved to the different formation after the Arsenal game.
Yeah.
And so I don't think you should judge Conte on his time in Juventus in the Champions League. That's all I'm saying.
I stand corrected. It sounds like there's a lot more people that.
What now?
And they scored again.
The comments are a wonderful place on YouTube.
Yeah, I do. I want to just be reading comments rather than.
Let's
talking about. Go on.
About your clapping habits.
Shitting your hands in your pants.
Clapping your habits. What's that mean?
Clapping habits.
Someone said that Craig is the type of guy to say thank you after sex.
He doesn't have sex, he just kisses.
I heard that from someone.
Yeah.
Someone else said that on something else. Anyway, Conor Farrell, Wenger out. Sam, if you were an Arsenal fan, would you be Wenger out? Would you be protesting? Would you be walking the streets?
No.
I'd want him gone, but I wouldn't do that.
I was hoping for a bit more than that.
Exactly that.
Fair enough. What would you say, Craig?
What about Brighton in the Premier League next year?
Craig drives a fake taxi in his spare time.
Being paid.
Brighton in the Premier League next year. I think out of the three teams that have come up, whether that be Huddersfield or Reading, typically teams that come up through the playoff don't actually go down. And Brighton and Newcastle going up. You think Newcastle with the experience that they would probably feel good about staying up. Brighton have got the biggest struggle, but then you thought Bournemouth didn't have a chance. You thought Stoke when they first come up didn't have a chance. So there's no reason why, especially with Chris Eden, he deserves someone to just have a bit of.
Sorry, that's not.
I mean, just leave it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Like, why do we keep worrying about this?
I've actually put my hand on it.
Yeah, just do that. Chris Eden with.
I like Chris Hughton. You can't not like Chris Hughton, can you?
No, but he deserves a chance now. He's twice. He's got Newcastle up. He took Newcastle from 10th to automatic promotion. He got up and then gets the boot because I can't remember who took over from him, but he didn't last the season. I think he was something like 14th, 15th in the Premier League. That's about what you should Brighton fans could expect in the most optimistic scene would see Brighton being 14th at Christmas. You would take that all day. You know, the vast majority of Premier League fans of Premier League sides couldn't name you a single player in that Brighton side. That's how difficult Houghton's managerial position is. But he deserves the entire season in the same way that Sean Dyche got the entire season, the same way that fucking hell, if David Moyes can get an entire season at Sunderland, then surely Chris Houghton can.
Yeah.
How about Newcastle though? How do you feel about them?
I think they've got a great squad. They had a Premier League squad, and do you know, they did. Saying that they tweaked it, and they have a much younger squad, which means they've probably got a much more hungry squad, which I think should be exciting for Newcastle and for Newcastle fans as well. They got something that they can. I think they got the start of a project that they can be excited about. It's going to take time. It's going to take a few years, and for the big thing is Benitez. Can you keep him? Because I think he's someone who's going to attract better players than other managers they could probably get.
Definitely.
But I think if I was him, I would definitely stay there. I think there's a real opportunity there for you. It sounds like
is there any risk of him going? I know it was mooted that there was some issues between Ashley, because from what I've heard from talking to Kristen Hennig and whatnot, people know much more about football than me. Benitez likes to have full control of the football club, doesn't like to have people meddling in, and has generally fallen out with owners of football clubs because of their meddling. And hopefully for Newcastle, Ashley keeps his little grubby mitts. If anyone has grubby mitts in football, it's Mike Ashley.
Yeah. I would say
wash your hands, mate.
And I would say that like Man City, obviously that they're finishing third, which is probably a disappointment for them. I think it is a disappointment. We had them top of our prediction thing, didn't we?
Yeah.
But Man City have gone, you're the best we can get. You are the best manager we can get.
To Guardiola.
Yeah, and so what do you want? How can we do it? Let's implement it. And I think to to the same extent, I think you're not going to get a better manager than Rafa Benitez at Newcastle.
No.
Full stop.
No.
Or someone with the same pedigree, the same experience, the same, talent that a lot of people feel about him. I mean, I don't really truthfully know enough about him, but certainly Liverpool fans obviously love him. So give him that blank canvas to go and write. This is because I think you're better off taking a gamble. Oh, I thought it scored there. I thought Everton scored. You're better off taking a gamble with him and giving him carte blanche than going Nigel Adkins, in you come for 6 months. Do you know what I mean?
I think I
think it's exciting. You should be excited if you're a Newcastle fan.
Yeah, but I don't know what the prerogative of Ashley is. What does he want from his football club? Does he want the riches of the Premier League as a businessman? You know, just staying in the Premier League is goal enough for most chairmen. Is he going to want to go and shed loads of money and support Rafa Benitez in his wild dreams of glory? Because ultimately, if there are managers out there, the only people that you know who are actually after glory is football managers. Those are the ones you can trust to actually want to
be there for the right reasons.
Well,
because they're the first out. Yeah, you're right.
Well, not just that. Like, the parallels between football fans and football managers are almost the same. They want the same because a team's success is directly showered down onto the manager as well. Most players, because they're a part of a wider machine, they're less interested and less they don't fall into the goals of what the supporters are. But the manager always does.
Dan Mallon. So I think you're a Newcastle fan. So yeah, talk to us now. Talk to us. Rafa said he's staying, lads. Hopefully, Ashley gives him everything and more. And then he later said, and James, I am excited, and you should be. But I think there's no doubt that the fact is that it's definitely a 7-8. Has he done it?
6-1.
6-1.
I don't know.
Not Kane.
6-1 twice in a row.
Who's got it?
You're taking the piss.
Who's got
it? Ben Davies.
Ben Davies. He's in my fantasy team. Get in.
I mean that's madness, isn't it? 6-1 in a season. 2 6-1s. How did we not win this league? How did we not win this league? It is a crying shame to football. It's a crying shame to all that's good and glorious about football.
But Flav, he ain't won nothing.
No, you're right. He ain't. But he's just beaten Leicester and 12 goals in 2 games.
Here's a question. Talk to us in the comments. If you were a Spurs fan, how would you feel right now? You've battered most teams. You are the most exciting team. You won the last 2 games 6-1, and you still haven't won anything. And do you know what? And Arsenal still might win more than you this year. Man United have already won more than you this year.
Do you know? You're right. You're right.
A Belgian fan just trying to get under his skin.
That is annoying, though.
No,
that is annoying.
We've got. There's been. We were on 86, I think, right? We were.
No, he saw it. Craig saw it. You will never know how close you are to this. Gary Colbert. Craig works for a sex hotline during lunch hour at Ball Street.
There's things we could say.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You're not ashamed of that, are you, Craig?
Why? I wouldn't.
Craig, we used to work.
I'm constantly trying to get my missus to do a sex line when she's got nothing to do at night.
Craig used to work on a sex hotline, but not hotline. It wasn't a hotline, was it? It was more like
It wasn't a sex hotline at all.
But it was a sex shop.
You haven't cleared this with him. You're not allowed to say.
He said he's not ashamed.
Yeah, he used to sell dildos to desperate ladies and men. And then after he'd done the deal, he said after you've done the deal, so you want your dildo, you then have to double sell. Is it called double selling? Upselling. Sorry. And he said, would you like a couple of anal beads to go with that?
All right.
What? Oh, sorry. You're taking the moral high ground now.
Maybe you go top line and let them think it through. Why do you have to get so graphic?
Because sometimes people like graphic. Sometimes people don't want to have to think. They want to be. they want it delivered.
They want it slammed in their face.
Exactly. They like that.
Yeah. Is
Dick is what we're talking about.
Milner's just gone on for is that the last game he'll ever play for Liverpool at left back? And Lucas, is he playing his last game? He just got walloped in the face. You see that? That was brilliant. Lucas just got smashed in the face.
Is it 7-1?
No, it's not 7-1.
It is.
7-1.
What is going on? Toby Alderweireld.
Wow. It means so much.
I mean, it means nothing. But, I mean, what? How have we not won this league, lads? Someone please explain it to me. Someone please. How do you go? How do you score 13 goals in 2 games?
CJM McFluffballs. It was me watching my language. Flav slings the word dildo out. I have you on loud on the telly, you prick. My neighbours are outside looking perplexed.
Who is that?
McFluffballs. Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
Hull going down with dignity. Well, that's tough.
I mean,
I've been there.
They would have tried.
I've been there.
They would have tried, but there's not much you can do. I mean, Tottenham are in their pump. There's not much you can do.
In the pump.
Pump.
Rooney going off. Is that his last game?
Rooney
Gomez.
Andrew Gomez coming on.
Andrew Gomez. Who's he?
Youngest ever player in the Premier League.
Supposed to be good, isn't he?
16. You know, Carlos Edwards is a big Spurs player that Flab loves.
He plays for Sunderland
He's
Ipswich,
raving
isn't he?
about him.
Carlos Edwards, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Andrew Gomez is sort of our version of that. He's unreal, really. He's played above his years, every single age group, and now he's 16 coming on in the Premier League.
yeah.
That's do you know what? I think stuff like that's dangerous
What? Like,
in the world
let's never.
in the
bring
way
them
we
up.
play football now. In the world, the world of football we have now. Spurs 7-1.
No. Omar Lasker says you didn't win because West Ham beat you, Flav. I mean, Chelsea have won every game, so that's bollocks.
True. How long do you think Spurs can keep Ali and Kane? Very good question.
We can keep Kane longer than we can keep Ali, and I think Kane has been with the club since he was. Did that go in? It just froze.
Don't think so.
No. Kane's been with us for since he's 10 or 11 years old.
Oh my word! Bellerin just nutmeg Barkley, something rotten.
And Ali, Ali has just been here a couple of seasons, so it'd be easier to keep Kane in that respect. And Ali, as good as he is, we can find players to kind of do the role.
He wants to go to a Real Madrid or something.
Yeah.
He's got the ego.
You'd think so, yeah. And you think, like, how much is he going to cost? Like Spurs, like this is what you got to think. Like everyone's saying, like, can we hold on to our squad? Spurs are the worst club for anyone to buy. How much? You have to pay 3 times the value of any of our players. They're all on long contracts. They all signed new contracts this year, apart from Alderweireld. Alderweireld is contracts up in 2020. That's the kind of the riskiest player we have. So how much does Ali cost to buy now? How much do you think? What would Real Madrid? What would Chelsea or Man City have to? Are you out of your mind? You think we would let Ali go for 60 million?
Well,
He's not worth more. He's not worth 60 million, right? He's worth, probably in real terms, between 30 and 40, right? That's what you'd expect to say. If someone's on 2 years left on their contract, that's what you would pay for Ali. To buy Ali from Tottenham, you would have to pay 100 to 120 million. Not because he's worth that, but he's got 5 years on his contract. Spurs don't have to sell.
No, you wouldn't have to. If someone is 80 million for Ali,
It wouldn't be
you'd
sold.
take it.
No, we wouldn't.
You would take it.
What for? Do what with that money?
I'd say buy Dybala for 70 million.
I would take that.
I wouldn't have it. No, buy Dybala for 120 million. You've got him for 40 million.
You're right. Why haven't they
By
done
Joe,
this?
I've done it.
Why haven't they done that?
Right, we're getting to the last few minutes of all the games. Let's run through them. Are we going to try and call people again?
We're going to speak to Arsenal Fan TV at full time.
Oh, brilliant. So, Mems.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, we're going to be talking to Arsenal Fan TV, and they have not made the Champions League for the first time in 19 years, 21 years, one of the other. It's a lot of years. We're going to talk to Mems and see how he feels about the whole situation there. Usmanov made a bid to take full control of Arsenal earlier in the week, and it was rejected by Kroenke, who seems to be the main villain in the Arsenal fans' eyes. So we'll hear what he thinks about this whole situation.
Just one final thing on Craig. Craig is best known for his work with eels.
Wow. Arsenal have scored 3-1.
Positive comment.
Chelsea have won 4-1.
That is
Goals from Costa, Hazard, Pedro, Batshuayi bang one in the last minute. Hull City have lost and go down. They've 7-1. Any Hull City fans would be interested to know how you feel about the whole season.
That is a great result for Arsenal, considering they lost. They were down to 10 men on 14 minutes. Does that show the kind of fight that they potentially could mount a league title challenge? When are we getting Mems on?
I hate that word of fight.
You don't like fighting.
Yeah.
They ain't got the fight.
Ain't got the fight, the desire. Where's the passion?
Yeah.
Where's the passion?
2-1 against Burnley. Hot shots at home.
That was ages ago.
I know it was, but at the end of it,
Alright, sorry.
Chelsea
with a
winning
goal.
5-1 as well.
Has it gone 5-1? They've scored another one.
Man,
All goes a bit
that's
mad,
Batshuayi
doesn't it?
with his second.
0-0 still at...
He's alright, Batshuayi. He's in. Why?
Why is he alright?
Could he not be the man to replace? Well, firstly, because everyone was after him in the summer, and they paid £30 million with him. If Costa is gone, it looks like he might go. Is he not the man to lead your line next year? Craig?
They'll try and get Aguero, mate.
We'll get someone.
You won't leave it. Did you see Lacazette? Looks like he's going to Atleti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've already got an agreement.
Because Griezmann's coming to Chelsea.
He's obviously had too many beers, hasn't he?
We
Well,
support
why-
LFC.
that
So
makes-
sad the season is over.
That makes sense.
I'm not sure.
I don't know if that's sarcastic or not.
Have you how'd you go, Missy? All over?
Season's over.
Is it?
Was that Millwall, Bradford? You know that.
Don't watch Championship.
Playoffs. We're walking Citizens TV, Man City fan and fan channel. Go subscribe to their channel. We're walking this league next season. We've got Mems.
No.
You want me to call him? Right. Okay, I'll call him. Right. So, sum up the Arsenal situation as they call Mems.
Arsenal's. I mean, it was a great result. It does show that there is fight left. They are playing for Wenger. Everton are a good footballing side with a lethal striker in their forward line.
All right, that's enough.
Someone who hasn't actually been able to match Kane's situation.
Here we go. Hopefully, Mems will be here. Hopefully, we can hear him properly.
Hello.
Hello, mate. How you doing? It's James.
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm good. So, talk to us about the game first before your feelings on anything else. That's a good win, isn't it? You know, you got 10 men there.
James, it's a great win, but whatever we've done today, it's irrelevant. We was in the hands of Liverpool. We needed Borough to do us a favour, so it didn't matter if we won 5-0 and it was an outstanding performance. Today's result really is irrelevant. It's a good win, but in the great scheme of things, it means absolutely nothing.
And what was it like there today? What was the atmosphere like?
I didn't go. I was actually watching it
Right.
on the laptop, and there was some. Obviously, when Lukaku scored, a couple of fans, it was screams of "Stan Kroenke, get out of our club," because obviously there's the whole talk about the Usmanov thing at the moment. So Kroenke's now getting a lot of the grief from the Arsenal supporters, and rightly so. But yeah, it's been coming, unfortunately, James, because we've been going into the last games of the season over the last couple of years relying on other clubs to do us a favour. And our luck's run out. And it's now the first time in 20 years that we ain't going to have any Champions League football. I said that things needed to change over at Arsenal, and I said that things would only change if we didn't have Champions League football, because everyone was just so content with finishing top 4, getting in the Champions League, and it was celebrated. So now we haven't got that. I think it's a massive reality check for a number of people over at Arsenal, and I think something definitely needs to change in this summer.
So what happened? Mem, sorry, it's Flav. How you doing, mate?
Flav.
How you doing?
Sorry, just say if you've got a question for Mems, get it into the comments now, and we'll read it to him.
How you doing, mate? So where'd you go from here then? What happened? Was Wenger waiting for the end to see whether there would be Champions League next year? Is it about the chairman, or do you crack on with Wenger into the new season? Because that showed to me in the last couple of months there was a lot of fight in Arsenal. It seemed a lot of togetherness at that. Apart from the fans who obviously want change.
Is that 7 out of 8 you've won? I think
that is good form.
But it's too little, too late, Flav. You know, if I'm being honest with you, it's good form. Yeah, we've done well over the last couple of weeks, but only because fourth place was under threat. Where was this fight when we needed to win, go for the title? You know, where's this fight been all season? It's all very well and good coming good towards the end and trying to capitalise on getting to the Champions League, but it's too little, too late, and it's not good enough anymore. We can't keep on going. A club like Arsenal, with the resources that we have, we cannot keep on fighting for thinking it's acceptable to getting into the top 4 spot. This is going to be a massive wake-up call for everyone at the club. We haven't going to have that 50 million now. Things need to change over at Arsenal. We've now got Usmanov sniffing around. You know, I pray to God Usmanov comes in and buys Arsenal. I pray to God, because Stan Kroenke, for me, when things were going wrong over at Arsenal, when we needed to sell our top players, when we needed some support from our owner, he did nothing. He sat back and allowed Arsenal to crumble,
for all the other top clubs to cherry pick our top players. Now, over years and years of abuse, it's now coming to a forefront, and it's a massive wake-up call for Arsenal. Because now you're going to have Spurs in the Champions League, you're going to have Chelsea in the Champions League, you're going to have Liverpool in the Champions League. We're supposed to be a top club. How are we going to attract top players in the summer? It's not going to happen.
So we've got a few questions for you now, mate. So Sidney Fisher says, I think Sanchez will go now. Do you agree, mate?
Do you know what? Alexis Sanchez has been one of our standout players, and if he goes, I can't begrudge him going because he's a top player and he deserves to be playing in the Champions League week in, week out. Single-handedly, at some point, he's carried us. I can't blame the lad because he's a winner. And even when we won the FA Cup, he said that's not good enough. He wants to win the Premier League. He wants to be competing in the Champions League. He's a winner. The lad wants, he deserves better. And I don't blame the guy if he wants to go. Honestly, I can't blame him.
Do you think he will, though?
I think he will go. Honestly, I think he will. The only way I think Alexis Sanchez will stay at Arsenal is that there's a massive shake-up over at Arsenal, and Usmanov comes in and he says to whoever the manager, there's a vast amount of money, go and spend whoever you need to do, bring in the top players, and that might convince Alexis Sanchez to stay. But if things don't change, then why should he stay over at Arsenal?
The problem is that Usmanov has offered £1 billion for 2/3 of the club, which prices Arsenal a very it's an expensive club to come and buy. Which I mean, and Kroenke's looking at it and thinking, well, £1 billion now is worth maybe 3 or 4 billion in 5 years' time. Why would he want to sell? He's obviously a businessman. I know what the fans want and what the chairman want are two different things, and I guess that's the crux of where some of these protests come from.
Yeah.
But
I'm looking at things from Kroenke's point of view. Okay, Arsenal's an investment for him, and at the moment Arsenal's on a decline. We're going down. So if you've got an investment, if you've got an asset there, and its value, its stock is losing value, then you might want to cash out at some point. And he's paid a total of 400 and something million pounds for all his shares over at Arsenal. If Usmanov's coming in and offering him 1 billion, he's doubling his money. So Stan Kroenke, please just do the right thing, because you're not wanted over at Arsenal. You're not a winner. We want someone that's going to come into Arsenal who's going to want to take Arsenal and make us the best. And Usmanov is that man. And my fear, lads, is that Usmanov doesn't buy Arsenal this summer. He'll go elsewhere. He'll go and invest. He'll go and invest over
with respect, I think that owners of football clubs aren't interested in success. They're not, unless their situation. Well, Abramovich came in because he needed the public profile. To let's not muck about, to ensure that there wasn't any assassination attempts on his person. The part of the reason why Abramovich came in and spent so much money was to get such a public profile that he couldn't be targeted because of the deals that have been done in order to get the money. So there were reasons why Abramovich spent untold money, but most will want to go into come into a Premier League football club because they realise there's tons and tons of money to be made. And again, the differences between what fans want and what owners want are so huge that it's a difficult situation. And I think actually Arsenal fans would have to get more militant in order to force him out.
So Mems, last because we're going to get Chris from Redman TV on in a sec. So guys, if you're watching and you want to ask a question to Pajek, then let us know. This is the question I want to ask you, mate. So come the first game of the season, what was it, August 7th, whatever it is, August 12th. Yeah. What is a successful summer for you? That first home game or away game, when you go to that game, what would make you happy walking into that ground?
Oh my God, that's a great question. And to be honest with you, I want to see significant changes this summer. Whether it's at board level, whether it's the manager, whether it's players that are not good enough, who haven't delivered out of the club, I want to see changes. Come on, Mems. No, so is that Wenger out? Is that Kroenke out? Is that all of the players out? Give me some names. Come on. I want Kroenke out first, and I want Wenger out as well, because I can blame Stan Kroenke for the lack of investment over the years, but Arsene Wenger this season, if we're talking about this season, he's had 90 million to spend. Okay, he's gone out and bought Mustafi. He's gone out and bought Granit Xhaka. He's gone out and bought Lucas Perez. All right, he hasn't delivered this season, and if you're going to be judged on what you're doing now, then he isn't delivering. So I can't see any justification why he should be getting a new contract. So Arsene Wenger should go, Kroenke should go, and everyone that's not delivered in terms of
Is that dangerous for? Is that dangerous to have that many players and people go though?
Possibly, but if they're not delivering, what's the point? You know, if things are not working, you've got to change. You can't keep on doing the same mistakes over and over again. And because we've been lucky over the last couple of years and sniffing into the 4th place, people have been thinking that's a success. That's been papering over the cracks. It's not good enough for a club like Arsenal anymore. And I'm not saying I'm big-headed or anything like that, or I'm not saying Arsenal fans deserve this, or got this divine right to finish in the top 4. But we've sacrificed so much. We've sold, you know, top players. We've moved from Highbury. We've sold the dream, and now we're just on the slippery slope. And do you know what? You're going to get Redmond on full credit to Liverpool for what they've done this season. You know, full credit to what they've done. They've got a manager in. He's moved things around, and they're going upwards. That's what I want to see over at Arsenal. I want to see some fresh ideas, a fresh approach, because we're just stale. We're going nowhere.
All right, mate. And sort of, I guess, final one then. Winning the FA Cup, that's not good enough? That's not enough?
I mean, it's Man United are in the same situation as us. Man United have spent a lot of money this year. They've gone and bought Pogba. They've finished 6th. They've got a chance of sort of getting a little bit of glory by winning the cup. We've got the same sort of thing. In my personal view, if we beat Chelsea in the cup final, it'll be great. I would love it, of course I would. But in the great scheme of things, it's still going to be a disappointing season.
All right, mate.
All right, mate.
Sorry, yeah. Well, so yeah, thank you, mate. Thanks for talking to us.
Pleasure. Great show, lads. Keep it up.
Cheers, pal. And yeah, do you know what? There's always next season.
Yeah, well, things change next season.
Hang in there, pal. All right, mate.
All right,
See you soon. Cheers, pal. Bye. Bye. Passionate, isn't he, Mems?
Look, they're hurting, aren't they?
And this is the thing that I initially used to be with Arsenal fans, like, what are you moaning about? But actually, it's all different perspectives, and you're living in different worlds. And I know Mems, he's a cracking lad,
yeah.
and he wants the best for Arsenal, and you can hear there in his voice, he's fed up.
Yeah, but it's you're right. I mean, you can understand why they're wound up, but it's also about. It is about looking around at football and understanding.
That's not way.
You don't
just
just
to say.
You don't deserve. You don't deserve it just because you're Arsenal, because you've got lots of money. You don't, and I understand there's more to it than that. That they have been in a period of stasis for a long time, but you know. I don't know. I swing from understanding it, and I swing from being like a little bit outraged.
It's funny, isn't it?
It's typical. Let's try and get Bardi on the phone, because I can't really talk about this. Bardi's a part of the Fighting Cock.
Are we trying to get Chris?
Podcast. He's not picking up. He's
not picking up at the moment. No, we can't get signal at the moment. Hopefully we can. He knows he wants to call us.
We've asked everyone at Anfield to turn their phones off.
We've asked everyone at Anfield to turn their phones off, Craig says. We'll get him. Stick with us.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. How are you?
Yeah, good. You watched the game?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So Spurs have just beaten Hull 7-1. We scored 13 goals in 2 games. We haven't won the league, Bardi. This is Bardi of the Fighting Cock podcast. I'm here with James as well, mate. What? Can you? How do you feel currently?
Quite satisfied, actually. You know, the league
bloody
was always going to be a long shot, but we finished it well, and we smashed a few teams, and Arsenal crumbled, and you know, I'm not feeling too bad about it.
Harry Kane scored another hat-trick today, 2 on the bounce, 4 on Thursday evening. How good is he, Bardi?
You know, a player is brilliant when he's making shit look easy. He's just stroking the ball in. He's not even having to blast it or find the corners. He's just putting the ball past the goalkeeper, and that's it's a sign of a great player when he makes stuff look simple.
And what about Pochettino next year on Wembley? How do you feel about how's that going to affect Spurs and how we play?
I'm not worried about Wembley. He's gonna. It can't. There's no such things as curses and shit like that. We've buried enough. We've buried enough things this season. We've broken enough records that it's just a stadium. It'll be all right. Pochettino's going to stay, and I'm fully confident next season we're going to win the league.
Oh, I'm not quite ready for that yet. Do you know, just a little pub quiz fact for you? The Leicester pitch was only a metre narrower than the Wembley pitch.
That's quite a lot.
Okay.
No, it's a half a
feels
metre on
quite a
either.
lot.
It's not a lot, James. It's not a lot at all.
Seems like a lot.
All right, buddy. Anything else? Any other thoughts on the season and the way things are going? You're happy with second place? It's a bit of a shame that we didn't win the league on the amount of points we won this year.
It's progression. We're moving up. We can't call us the best team in the country because we didn't win the league, but there's a lot to hope for. If you consider where we were this time last year and where we are now, it's been an amazing 12 months, and we can only keep going up.
Abdullah Saeed Bardi says, do you seriously think Spurs can win the league?
Of course we can, man. Look what we've done this year. The amount of points would have won the league title in a normal season. It's just Chelsea had that 13-game winning streak, no European football, no injuries, and it's a shame. It's almost been another freak season. Next year we'll see what Conte's made of. He's not the kind of manager. He's one of those jockeys that whips his horse really hard, and the horse eventually will get pissed off. You can't keep playing with the throttle down the whole time.
Bardi, we were talking about the differences between Conte and Allegri, and you're obviously a big fan of Italian football as an Italian yourself. What are the differences between Conte and Allegri?
And who's better?
Allegri, I had my doubts about Allegri. I thought what he achieved at Milan was maybe kind of on the back of Ibrahimovic and all that kind of stuff. But what he's done to Juve is he's able to switch tactically. And Conte's one of those guys that, he gets his team believing in him, and they play hard and they keep pushing, whereas Allegri's a bit more tactically astute, and that's the reason why Juventus have been so much better in the Champions League under him than they were under Conte. Conte's got one style, and that's it, whereas Allegri's able to switch things up. He's a lot smarter coach.
Interesting.
Okay, that is interesting. I think it's a bit of a shame, actually. I think Conte's getting he's more than he probably isn't getting his due. He's done an amazing thing, and we're just watching the pictures of Dennis Wise amble along with a trophy that's almost as big as he is.
Don't get me wrong, Conte has done an amazing job.
Wow. Okay. Right. We just got to say this. So Craig just said to us there that at Stamford Bridge they're singing Wenger, we want you to say, whilst they're being given the championship. Now, two things. One, that is funny, all right? That is good. But two, you lose in perspective here. Stay in the moment, Chelsea fans. I mean, this is pointless me saying this because, God, you really are at the moment if you're watching me whilst this is happening. But that's crazy. Dennis Wise as well, there's a rumour that he has a lot of Botox.
Go on, mate.
Want to get that out there.
Go on, buddy.
I'm saying there's no football fans in that stadium. It's barely a football club. They're not. Half the people there are tourists. They've all paid a shitload of money. The real Chelsea fans probably they got priced out of this game. Anyway, I'm rambling about bollocks.
Sounding a little bit bitter, Bardi.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Thank you, mate. I'll speak to you soon.
No worries. See you later. Bye.
Can we try Chris again?
Yeah, we are trying him.
All right, we're gonna stick with us. We're gonna get Chris. And what about? Is there anyone else?
We so badly.
That's all right. Yeah, go for it. So, is there anyone else we can get?
Everyone's at the ground at the moment.
Okay.
That's quite some time.
So stick with us. Yeah, there's a lot of people kind of out there doing their fan cams and bits and pieces, but we're gonna get to speak to them. So stick with us. We'll ask Chris all those questions. So I'm watching here at Chelsea. This is the bad bit of my job because as a QPR fan, I don't overly want to be watching Chelsea winning the league, or certainly picking up the trophy. But they have been the best team this year. They really have. And what's going to be interesting, and I said this in one of our podcasts earlier this week, is that I feel like my gut says that the kind of dynasties are dead. You had United in the 90s, a lot of the noughties as well. And you had Liverpool in the 80s and 70s. Well, I just feel like there's so much money going around. There's so many games to be played. There's so much pressure there that for a team to win back-to-back titles, it'd be interesting to know what you think in the comments. But that just seems like a really tough thing to do. But if anyone is going to do it, I think the sort of runway of talent that Chelsea seems to have and the depth and the mix of both players that are in the prime of their career and then other great youth players who are going to get better it makes me slightly sick to say it, but I think Chelsea and Abramovich, they run that club brutally, and I mean that as a compliment. And they don't mess about. They just and when you're at the top of the game, there's always going to be a manager that's keen to take over, and they've found one in Conte who seems to have the drive that maybe the chairman has as well, of just brutally wanting to win and that being everything. And you look at the players that they got out on loan, the quality they've got, even at home, winning cups after cups at youth level. They look good.
I think
good.
They have. Without being massively exciting, they've won the league, and I would say hats off to them, but I hate them to the very core. So I won't be saying that.
James's crotch is so white.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, it is. No, it is. It's the,
right, yeah.
Are they old jeans?
They're not that old, really.
Don't know.
Oh.
Doesn't matter.
What should people do at the weekends now? There's no more Premier League.
What should teams? Samuel
L. Jackson.
Samuel, that's no need for that.
Right.
Come and sit in here with Sam.
What are we going to do now the season's over? I tell you what, we're going to be bored.
Are you? I'm not.
But do you know what there always is? Transfer rumours.
Everybody loves it.
Whoop, whoop. And if you want a football channel that's going to talk about transfer rumours with slight disdain and
where should they go?
Where possible humour.
Bull Street.
Bull Street's the place for
YouTube.com/Bull Street.
Shall we bring Matt?
Matt?
Yeah, let's give him Matt.
Let's call someone. Yeah,
Town.
37 goals today.
So, for those of you just tuning in, or if you have been, then thank you and welcome, and subscribe to Bull Street, because it's a good football channel where fans talk football. We're going to be talking to Matt, who's the owner.
We've got Pager.
Oh, we got Payjack!
Chris Payjack!
Kev, are you going to be in it, Craig?
Alright, Chris!
Hey! How you doing, mate? How about that?
Sounds good, mate.
Arsenal dumped out the Champions League. Liverpool back in the Champions League. How's it feel?
Mate, I feel uncomfortable because I've got a massive stonking hard on and I'm wearing tight jeans.
Yeah, I mean, good.
That's the type of a day it is. Mate. It was one of them games where the first half an hour was the most nervous I've ever felt at the football. I watched your playoff video. I thought it was unbelievable. By the way, the one with Danny from the Lions TV.
Yeah.
And then I realised we were in a playoff final.
Yeah.
And I've had the fear for 7 days, and then I watched that video this morning for some frigging reason, and then I have just been terrible all day. Terrible. We're in a playoff final for Champions League. The most nervous I've ever been. It was a stonewall penalty for them. I just do not understand how the referee didn't give that decision.
This is the Lovren on Banford.
Mate, it was ridiculous. It was a stonewall penalty. He just pushes the guy.
Well, when we first saw it, we was watching it here. When we first saw it, I thought penalty, red card. And then I saw the replay, and I think Bamford made a meal out of it.
Well, it's fine, we
doesn't matter. Yeah.
So after that, we dominated them.
What was the?
There's a reason they've gone down there, exactly.
What was the atmosphere? Yeah, they are. Yeah. What was the atmosphere like in the ground when Arsenal were 2-0 up with 10 men, and you were at 0-0, not playing well? What was it? Tense.
It was really tense, mate. It was horrible, to be honest with you. Like everybody had the phones out, like pretty much all through the game, checking the scores. Everybody knew at every moment what the scores were. We knew Man City was thumping someone 4-0. We knew Arsenal. Everton were rolling over and asking Arsenal to tickle the tummy. Like we then heard that they'd had like a red card and stuff, and we were still winning 2-0. And it was a horrible, horrible atmosphere. And then there was just this release of emotion when Gini Wijnaldum stepped up and bangs it in the net like he should do.
Yeah.
And then from then, it was plain sailing for us, and it was just it was a massive release. Like
that's such an interesting in terms of the emotion of that goal. It's so different to a normal goal because do you know what? That's probably the closest you're going to get to experiencing a relegation battle. Because when you score that goal, when you're down the bottom, because you're just trying to get there, it's relief. It's not, and he's gone.
He's like, I'm bored of this. I'm going to go and celebrate.
Relegation? What are you about? I've just got in the Champions League, you prick.
Here he comes.
Here we go.
Hello, mate.
Oh no.
We're doing so well there for about a minute.
You just, I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. We got you.
Now.
So it's just so raw and I say visceral.
Sorry, Chris.
On that bombshell.
No.
We do love Chris Pajak, man. I'm just happy that he's happy. Whose phone's this?
I don't know.
Craig stole it from the
So
Hudders
Chris
fan.
Pajak from the Red Men TV, if you are a Liverpool fan watching this and you don't subscribe to them, I don't know how you've done that. but
Can you imagine?
I don't know how you've done that. But if you don't, then head over there because I'm sure Chris's match reaction is going to be pretty
there we
awesome. John Terry. Chelsea won the league. John Terry is stepping up. I think the agreement was always going to be him and Cahill to do it.
Do you know how pissed off Cahill will be about that? That's his moment.
I think it's almost fitting that.
No, really. I think Cahill was paid. I mean, Terry's paid in somewhat.
Nah.
John Terry.
Oh no, Cahill's nowhere to be
So
seen.
it's going to be Cahill and John Terry. They've been given the trophy. They're about to lift it.
Craig's got a hard on off camera. It's a bit awkward in here now.
And they lifted it. It was okay. It was an okay lift. And they're happy. Now I'm very particular about trophy lifts. Well, no, he was let down by Cahill actually.
Yeah.
Or did he go soon?
He went too far. He went too far, and then it wasn't staying
I'm
upright.
not watching this,
which
by
was
the way.
poor.
Not entertaining.
Yeah, right, fair enough. So Chelsea won the league. Let's concentrate on Pajak's joy. Pajak, although the phone line's not the best, it's a shame, but you can tell there, relief.
Yeah, because it's these moments that that stay with you as football fans. It's
It's achieving.
It's achieving. So Zamora scoring for QPR in that moment. It's that moment of because the stakes were huge. Really, Liverpool couldn't. They could have done another season without Champions League. They did this season. They were fine, but they needed that badly. They couldn't have just dropped into Europa League. They had a massive advantage this season over the team that they have next season in that they'll have Europa League football Champions League football to play in. They needed that. Arsenal will be hurting now, even though they're in a position where they couldn't. It was never in their own hands. Liverpool, it was, and the pressure they would have felt up at Anfield would have hurt. It would have been very difficult.
That's a good point. I think it's a bit like Mario Kart when you get into the last little bit. And you're first, and you're trying to press that button. You're trying to hang on just to get over the line, and they wanted that, and they needed it, they got it. But with Arsenal are like you said a couple of times. They're
what was that?
It was a burp. They're a ginormous club, so they're not gonna. What's the worst?
Disappear.
Yeah, but where's the worst? What's the worst Arsenal can do? It can't. Can it get any worse? And if so. That's something to be optimistic about, isn't it? They can't get it. It can't get that much worse for them.
What are you saying, Sam?
What he's saying, it can't get any worse for Arsenal than this season.
I think I can't see. I can't see a team. I can't see a team in a club that size with that presence doing much worse than they've done this year.
It got
Apart
worse.
from one spot worse, sixth.
It got worse for.
But you're still in that transition, aren't you?
I mean, we finished 7th under Moyes, and then we finished 5th under Van Gaal. Now we finish in 6th under Mourinho. It can get worse for Arsenal. They really might not think it, but it really can get a lot worse than being in the top 4 chase on the last day of the season and in the FA Cup final. I think it can get a lot worse than that.
He's 100% spot on.
Yeah, I think I might be wrong.
Yeah.
But I guess maybe I'm being short-sighted, and maybe that's what Arsenal fans need to keep in mind as well. Is the fact that do we have Pajak? Matt. All right, I'll set this up. You give us a fact. Right, so this is. People think this is the final day, but it's not. There's much more to come.
Yeah.
And there's much more to come on the Ball Street channel. So Matt is the owner, or one of the 2 owners of Ball Street. He's a Huddersfield Town fan, and this is just the beginning. For all these guys, this is the end of it, but this is just the beginning for Matt, because he could be in the Premier League next year. How are you, Matt?
Oh, good boys. How are you? I've just seen the results. The Spurs won 7-1.
Yes, they did.
Lot
And but Hull are down. That is just like saying, get down.
Yeah.
Get down.
Literally.
So out of order.
How are you feeling though? Because you saw the video that the boys did, the Bradford versus Millwall playoff League One.
Amazing video.
Yeah, great. It was great. But you're up next, mate.
I know. Do you know what? It's
the biggest game in football is what it is.
yeah, I know.
it's just crazy that we're involved. And all season we've been talking about this, and I've been saying if we get promoted, I'll have completed football.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to say that's it, no more, and just walk away. I've been thinking about that quite a lot because I didn't really feel like we'd actually continue and get into a position. And
are you going to pull it back?
I don't know, but I'm really feeling so up for next Monday.
Yeah.
Like I kind of feel like we can't lose. I mean, obviously we can lose the game, but because we're not supposed to be there, like this whole season's just been such a good buzz that I kind of almost don't care because I'd be happy to not be in the Premier League. Obviously, if I want to win every game that we're involved in, but I kind of feel like I can't lose, and I just want to go there. I just want to get at Reading. I like Reading as a club, but I want to tear them to fucking pieces.
Yeah.
I want to tear them to bits. I want to have blood smeared around my face, and I just want to be fucking holding aloft. I kind of feel like I want to do it now, and I just want to get into that Premier League. Fuck everything.
Yeah.
Let's have it. Let's go again.
But the vast majority of teams.
If we keep Wagner, what should we be scared of?
I mean,
can you keep Wagner if you don't go up?
I don't know. I really, when fans, I think, answer these questions and you've no idea about the conversations that go on and the deals that are in place, you don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not informed enough to say yes or no. My gut instinct would be that probably he'd go somewhere. There's Wolfsburg, apparently big. They came for him earlier. There's always links that he's going to go back to Bundesliga. Clubs like Norwich have been trolling the shit out of me by Jack Reeve talking Norwich City, saying that they're having him. Leicester want him. He's going to be in demand, so he might well go. But if we get up, you've got to feel like we'll keep him. And we've had a few Germans in before, and all of a sudden Town could have, I don't know, people like Philip Lahm having one more season. I don't know, you can just imagine a few German players.
Huddersfield Town though, who'd funk it? Premier League football club. I really hope. I mean, obviously, as a Spurs fan, we've talked about this many times, but I want every other team to foul forever. That's my position. Every team is the enemy. But since getting to know you, I desperately want it to happen for Huddersfield Town, and I'm going to be cheering you on from a beach in Croatia next week.
So are you going to be in Croatia?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Otherwise, I would be with you, brother.
Yeah, I was going to say I think I've got some tickets coming, so
yeah.
I was going to say I might have some tickets, but yeah, Croatia.
Matt, we've got some comments.
We've got some comments, yeah. Matt.
What do you say to Sukhbir Singh Dahilon? Matt, so naive with Huddersfield.
Is that it?
Who is this guy?
Yeah.
Who is that guy?
Is that a statement or a question? No question mark, so I'm thinking it's a statement.
I don't know. I mean, I'm very respectful to all our community and all our fans.
Yeah.
But whoever this guy is,
just a lot of comments about saying I'm drunk.
I don't think he.
Okay, Matt. All right. Well, thanks. We'll see you tomorrow, and obviously we've got a lot of stuff planned around the playoff championship, and we'll take it from there next week. But have a great rest of your Sunday, and we're gonna have to talk about Chelsea winning the league.
Yeah, you've got to, haven't you?
Got to.
next year that's you though, Flab. You know that, right?
Or maybe Huddersfield. You never know.
Well,
imagine that.
Exactly.
Imagine that.
No, that would be cool.
See you later, mate.
See you later. Yeah,
See you, Matty.
Bye-bye.
Matty there, the most famous Huddersfield fan.
Yeah.
After, what's his name?
I don't know. Some famous.
The guy from Star Trek.
Patrick Stewart.
So I don't know. I mean, look, I burped by mistake, and it's created a wave of.
It sounded like you did a little sick up in your mouth. Is that what people are saying? A little sick. That's what it's like.
No, it wasn't that bad.
It was. It's like.
No, it's like it was airy. All right, it was airy. But since then, there's an idea that James drink. Give James Give James a non-alcoholic would be a delightful social experiment. Placebo shit. Wow. You haven't done that, have you?
No.
People just think I'm just this tiny little thing. Which is not far off. Yeah.
Oh wait, is this? I mean, this feels like the end.
Is it James?
Yeah, we've got 5 minutes left.
Oh, we've got 5 minutes left. Does anyone else want? Craig,
You got
why
5
don't you
minutes
come
to-
join us on the sofa?
Yeah, come on, Craig.
5 minutes, last 5 minutes, on a live show. Talk about your club winning the what?
Oh no, I've just got an
I thought
idea.
I got under his skin then.
Oh right, sorry. I was just gonna say, look, 5
Your
minutes.
club winning the championship. You've won the league. Right, we've got 5 minutes left.
I'm bored of winning the league.
Board
Don't
of winning the
say
league.
that to me. Come on, let's have a little
Look,
chat.
5 minutes left of this stream.
Right,
Final thoughts.
Any
Put them in the
quick-
comments. We'll read them out.
Yeah.
Simple.
Come on, Craig. Everyone's on now. You got to join in, mate.
Final thoughts. Well, no. That's going to get us to 100k. So Sam, what is your final thought on the final day? What's your final say?
Ooh, 37 goals, mate. That's how many goals scored today.
37
Spurs
goals.
should have won
Good
the
match
league.
of the day today. Isn't it?
Spurs should have won the league.
That is a good match today.
Just can do that. So Craig's a man of morals, so he doesn't want to come on, but you can hear him a little bit better.
This is a good question.
Can we get the back of his head?
Would you rather fight 100 rabbit-sized Sol Campbells or one Sol Campbell-sized rabbit? I'd absolutely love to fight 100 rabbit-sized Sol Campbells. I would kick the shit
You would
out
just
of them
stamp.
all day.
It's a good question. Really makes you think.
I don't know. I mean, that's nonsense.
Is it nonsense? The fighting cock was built on that nonsense.
It's made you think, though, isn't it?
Next season, top 4. Early shouts.
No, we're going to predict him again.
I've got a
predict
Yeah,
mate.
it never happened.
I don't know what people want more, my face on camera or Payjack nudes.
I think, yeah, what do you want more? Yeah, I think it's Payjack Nudes. Craig
Yeah.
Nudes, hello.
Craig Nudes. Carlos David.
Cheeks out.
Top 4 next year. Predict.
Top 4. Spurs winning the league at Wembley. Throwing it in the faces of everybody who says, will Wembley be a problem? We win the league at Wembley. Number 2, Man United. Because I've given Sam shit all season.
Yes.
And he doesn't deserve it. He's a nice guy.
I'm used to it, Adam.
Third,
I would have given up by now.
Liverpool. I don't want it. I don't like Liverpool that much. But
You haven't mentioned Chelsea yet.
4th, Man City.
Oh,
Fifth,
no, to be fair,
Arsenal.
Chelsea are going to have Champions League back football next year, aren't they? Might throw a
Yeah,
little
it's tough
spanner
for
in
them.
Conte's work.
It's tough for them. Look, lads, we don't have any Payjet nudes.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
even sure if
chill
any
out.
Payjet nudes exist. I mean, I hope one day to see. Actually, maybe. I reckon in some dirty little flash drive in someone's drawer somewhere there may be some
Paul Machen's drawer.
Paul Machen's drawer somewhere.
Yeah,
A
I think
desk-
Mach and Payjack they got drunk one night, and then
Yeah.
there was a moment where they just kind
a dusty little desk at the back
There
of
was
their
it was a
office.
kiss. It was nothing more than that. It was a kiss, and that's that's made it awkward for them. It was just, they ever seen us a bit distant.
Yeah.
Just waiting for the Chris Pajak, the fapping is going to happen. He's going to be the next.
I think the Champions League is going to affect Liverpool next year.
Jesse Hitman said Lukaku got caned.
Yeah, he just got caned.
Are you going to sing
He
it?
got caned. No way. Are you mad?
Mud.
Mad. There's no Payjet nudes. Stop going on about
Yeah,
it.
leave it.
There's not much to do.
Spurs-
James nudes. There's James nudes.
Well, there is one right now. If you comment enough,
Yeah.
Yeah, one more drink, and I'm on anybody's. Yeah,
do you want to have this one now?
got 2 in front of you.
Yeah, I have this one as well.
There's another one there, mate. Come on.
So you. I've got a girlfriend.
You just offered yourself to me.
Yeah,
I
but
want
it's
it.
fine. Our girlfriends wouldn't mind.
I'm not sure it's cheating, is it?
They'd
I
like
mean,
it. It's
you,
not
do you know,
cheating, no.
this is weird because we're getting
I-
engagement, which is kind of part of it, but it's nonsense.
Flav
It's
nudes.
just going
Mate,
mad,
no
it's going
problem.
mad.
Absolutely no problem. I've got a whole case.
You've got
file.
1 minute. Look, there you go. So right, we'll wrap it up. This is not this. You've been drinking as well as us, haven't you? Right.
What have you thought of Bull Street?
Yeah,
Watch
watch
along. Because we walked into this and thought, do people really want to watch this? And then halfway through, I was thinking, I'm not sure people do want to watch this, but the numbers have been good, healthy.
Just before, because I'd just like to know, can you find out the numbers of total comments, Greg, before you? Because they disappear, don't they?
No, I don't think you can. They
can't.
used to be able to, but YouTube.
Someone quickly go and
So-
count them up.
Yeah, you should count them up.
Someone just said, James, double fisting, winky face. What does that mean?
fine.
I want to
fine.
skewer you.
Honestly, I'm fine. What, me to you or you to me? Let's wrap this up.
Let's not wrap it up. Let's go deep. Let's go further down this rabbit hole.
Let's go deep. He said, "Let's go deep." I just said, right. Apologies for the phone lines not being that great. It was a good idea, wasn't it? We did get through to Page.
You had a couple.
Good chat with Mems. Good chat with Bardi. That was the Premier League season, 2016-2017. Chelsea have come out on top. How many goals again today?
37 goals today.
37
10 games.
goals.
That's 3.7 goals.
7 of which were scored by the mighty Tottenham Hotspur.
Almost 10% of those. No,
The whistle blows, the cockle goes, and now we're in the game. It's up to you, you lily whites, to play the Tottenham way. There's many teams from many towns and some are great or small, but the famous Tottenham Hotspur are the greatest of them all. La 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 la.
See, up until this point, I thought James was more drunk.
I'll keep going. La 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 la. I'm not drunk. I'm drunk on Spurs.
Drunk on 7-1. Drunk on 7-1.
God bless you lot. Honestly, it's been a pleasure to watch football with you this season. Absolute pleasure. Craig, you are a star.
Right.
Flav's happy. You happy?
Loads more to come. Playoffs. You got playoffs. You got transfer stuff. We've got exciting stuff this summer. Stick with us. If you haven't subscribed to Ball Street, just do it now. If you're someone who goes, "Oh, I don't need to subscribe because I just typed it," just fucking press the button.
Hit it now.
Don't have to.
No, don't listen to Flav.
We ain't going anywhere.
It's helpful.
Don't listen to Flav. It's
keeps us in a job.
Quite a good thing.
Keeps us in a job. Keeps us drinking beer with you, watching football. That's what it's about.
That's what it is about. Love you, James.
Love you, mate.
Love you,
Sam.
Yeah, don't worry about me then.
Love you, Craig. All right, I'll give you a second. Unbelievable. It's a shame. Finishing
so needy, Sam.
We may be doing a watch along for the Europa League final. So that's still to come. Maybe for the FA Cup final. Let us know on Twitter and stuff like that because you won't see it in the comments. Let us know if you want us to do more watch alongs. That's it. Enough. Goodbye.
Cheers.
Till next time.